for a reason. God created man, and God intends for us to love all mankind. And by being in a loving mood, caring for one another, that's our purpose for life. We should care for one another, and we should love one
What about Doritos? Fucking Doritos?
No, I mean fucking Doritos.
Bro, we literally just turned the mics on. Like, okay. Hey guys, welcome to Sensei's Thoughts Podcast. Sensei can't talk right now because he's eating a non-sponsored potato chip.
I'm fucking hungry.
So, hi.
I gotta eat. If I'm not eating, the energy.
I'm not saying don't eat. I'm just saying time and a place, right, my brother?
Fucking Doritos, yo.
But yeah, Doritos are fire.
Anybody
are they nacho? Are they nacho? Like, what are we doing?
The nacho cheese.
Take those fucking take those blue bags and kick them right to the fucking curb. If you're a blue bag nacho fan,
if you're a blue bag here, bro, you got, bro. I'm a red bag all the way, bro.
Red bag all the way. Okay.
And it's leftover from yesterday's bag because we did a nacho.
So wait, so you're telling me you're eating stale Doritos right now? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No. Okay, let me.
Yeah, please explain this.
I'm eating the leftover. It was leftover of the bag from yesterday's fresh bag because we used the Doritos. Yesterday's dinner was great. We literally just did Doritos with what do you call it? Like tacos, but with Doritos.
The
Dorito sour cream and guac and all
Dorito shells.
All that. So I'm just eating the leftover. Like whatever's left over the bag. Ain't no still over here, bro. Red bag all the way.
Yeah, red bag.
Oh, look at money.
I know.
Spicy nachos.
I know, spicy nachos.
That's why your toilet must be bad.
Okay.
Fuck that. I ain't doing all that shit. Nah, red bag. Just plain old nacho cheese, but not stale. But thanks for looking out. Because you gotta look out for brother. We don't eat stale shit here. No. Yeah, man. Knicks lost.
Damn, that's how we open. That's how we opened up the pod. Knicks lost. Huh?
People got to know I'm a Knicks fan.
We are Knicks fans.
We're Knicks fans.
We are Knicks fans. Yes, that's unfortunate. I mean, rough game one, but they didn't lose by a lot. It wasn't like a blowout or anything like that. And hey, game two.
No. I honestly think it was the Knicks that lost that game. Yes, I mean, did their thing, but when you shoot 5 for 38 from 3-point land, it's a problem.
It was definitely it was their game to lose for sure, 100%.
Oh
yeah, man.
And we got lucky that Jimmy Butler didn't activate. So I mean, not lucky. That's without him activating. So imagine what it is when he activates.
That part.
Oh man. All right, man. Sunday, last part of the month.
April 30th. Yeah, it was final day of April.
Episode 84. We're going into a strong week with Redfall dropping in 2 days.
Yeah.
Damn global launches. I can't use my passport to New Zealand, so we gotta wait. Sorry, New Zealand. I know you guys been wanting to see me in a minute.
Yep.
But it's gonna have to wait for another game. Man, how was your week?
Man, good work in gaming. Mostly work. Not so much MLB this week. I definitely went in. I played a little bit, but what I was playing, actually, I got in some COD last night with my dad.
Like new COD or Black Ops COD?
Current Modern Warfare 2. I was playing. It was me, my dad, and Have a Clip, one of the DOF guys, and we were playing. But the funniest shit happened. So I'll tell you real quick. Have a Clip's been going through it because he got shadow banned for just not even talking shit, but basically just being lobbies with fucking idiots.
To explain to me shadow ban. I've heard this. I've heard the term. So what is shadow ban?
So essentially, what happens is that without directly telling you that your account's been fucking flagged for whatever reason, they put you in the derelict lobbies where your ping automatically jumps up to 90, and they match you with other. You get just a poor online experience. And by poor meaning they'll rate you, they'll match you with other cheaters or whatever like that.
All the trolls and the cheaters and stuff.
And the trolls and the cheaters, exactly. You might not be a cheater, but if you're a fucking troll, nonetheless. Now he's not, but what happens too if you beat people and stuff, and people get vindictive, and they say, "Hey guys, go to this account and fucking, you know what I mean, and report them," and they do that, and because a lot of it is automated system, not actual real people checking, boom.
Right.
So he thought he was good when the latest season came out, right? And he was rocking. We played 2 games last night. I have a search and destroy game on the night map where I get 17 kills. By the way,
this clip looks clean as shit with Star Wars on the background.
There you go. Very good. I'm happy about that. So literally ripped from PC, by the way. Disclaimer, it's PC, guys. And and I didn't even turn on FSR 2.0 yet. So PC at 1440p. But we're only streaming in 1080p, 60 frames. So yeah, as long as everyone's fucking playing the home game. All right, back to the story. So yeah, so we get a couple games in. I pop off on an S&D map. Next thing you know, we're trying to like queue, and it's me, my dad, and Clip, and we're sitting in the lobby, and like, yo, what the fuck? 90 milliseconds, right? Ping, trying to get a lobby, can't get a lobby. Next thing you know, we start joking. My dad starts ranking on him again, whatever like that. We start fucking with him. Sure enough, there's a website you could go to Activision and check to see if your account's been flagged again, and his account's fucking
Really?
under review. Yeah. I got that. I'm not gonna
Okay.
blast it out there for
I was
everybody,
giving
but
that
it's
question. How do you know?
it's a
Yeah.
general account, actually. I mean, I might still have it. I don't know. It's not like you can't know about it, but it's basically an Activision support link where you could log in with your Activision account, and then it loads up, and then it'll tell you whether you've been, like, fucking, if you're being in that hopper or not. And yeah, sure enough, he was in the fucking hopper. So we
I
weren't
remember
able to
watching
play.
one of your streams where you was playing your dad and I forgot the guy's name, but y'all was playing and he was mentioning, oh man, we're in a what do we call that lobby? And like even the people in the lobby
It
themselves
probably
was saying,
was have a clip. Yeah.
Yeah. Even the people in the lobby was like, oh no, we're in this lobby. Like I'm like, how do you guys know this? Like that's
Yeah, man. No, because literally it's a telltale sign. Like, the people that you play against are fucking DTDs. And then, or you're just getting like, it's like, wait, how did he know, like, fucking everybody's got ESP, basically? And then you just automatically assume, like, you're a skeleton on their screen. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're knowers, as we would say in the community. They're just, and yes, basically, like my brother just said, yeah, he's in COD jail, basically. And there's like no fucking tribunal. You just gotta like hope and pray.
He caught like stray bullets, pretty much.
Yeah,
he's not the one doing the hacking or nothing, but
yeah. So we're fucking waiting for Citizens United over here to fucking come in, or Amnesty fucking International, That's basically what it takes to get out of this fucking place too.
To add to that story, you know me, you've been playing with me before, and everybody like Draven and Money and everybody who's playing, like, okay, when I play COD, am I known to talk in the chat, like the actual general inside the game?
I don't think so.
Voice chat.
I don't think so.
Voice,
I mean, maybe sometimes everybody. I mean, we've all done our fair share of talking shit, and stuff like that in lobbies. I think it just depends. I mean, I got humbled. I've never heard.
I got humbled really quick.
Okay.
I got humbled really quick because there was a time, and I believe you were in the chat with me. When, like, not in the game, but in like Discord, and I was and I fell victim to the whole, talking shit in the lobby, and I got automatically slapped by Activision with that voice abusiveness bullshit message and messaging, which I don't do that at all. Like, I learned my lesson that a long time ago. I don't message anybody anymore. I just straight block it and keep moving. But I see where they hit me with the voice thing. Somebody got sensitive and reported me on that shit. Unless they're really listening in on those conversations, which I don't know. Yeah, but like, I got humbled really quick. I'm like, that's why I don't I stay in party chat. I
mute everybody, bro. It's like it's not even. I don't even. It's not
even. It's annoying at this point though. Like, it's not even. I can't even say, oh, it's back to old Call of Duty lobby. Nah. I can't even say that. This is worse. It's just like, I don't know. It's not even trolly. It's just like yelling in your ear, and it just becomes
that's what I mean.
a set of shit.
Yeah, it's not even like, let's talk shit about the game. It's like, let's just talk some random shit. Like, I'm just gonna yell like random fucking obscenities at you,
bro. And then you got the worst player on the team talking the shit. It's like, bro, you went 1-19.
That's what the guy last night. The game that I told you that we lost by 2 fucking rounds, the Search and Destroy game where I scored 17. We had 3 people in the match, and that was the match that Have a Clip got kicked out. It was 3v6. And this guy, he was like 5th on their fucking team, like in the fucking out of 6 people.
Hey, talking
he was like 5,
shit.
And he's like 17 kills for what? I said, sucker, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, why are you talking to me? I said, 17 kills. What did you do? You did nothing.
Yo, that's when you get like, you gotta get arrogant a little bit. Like, yo, get on my level, get some kills under your belt.
Yo,
and make a difference in the game, please. It's like the people that do no cap points, no seconds, 0 seconds.
Yeah. Like, what was your fucking contribution?
Nothing, and not even a good KD. It'd be like 5 and 15 with no timer cap, and it's like, and they talking the shit. I'm like, okay,
you want to be a KDA player?
Mm-hmm. If you'll be a KD player, then give me the KD. You're not giving me that at all. That energy is shot. Shit. Second of all, you have no cap points. Stop it. Like, you're not him. Stop it. Like, you're not even her. You're not even them. You're not there. You're not nothing. Drop all that shit. You just straight trash.
Yeah.
And that's why I got banned. Yeah.
But yeah, man. So a little caught in last night, which felt good actually with my dad. So it's always fun, obviously. And then last night I was hanging out with a really good friend of mine, and she was like, "Yo, you ever had Peruvian?" I was like, "No." And
Oh,
she
you
told me
showed me that picture,
she
you
told me one of the
motherfucker.
yeah, I know. I texted I told a lot of people. I texted my dad. My dad didn't
Oh,
even see
you
the
killing me
text
with that
when
one.
I got on the mic. My dad I was like, "Dad, you see my text?" He was like, "Nah." Because he was fucking seeing Bono from U2 in Manhattan. So I was
In
like,
Manhattan.
he was coming
Mm-hmm.
back from a Bono event. I was like, "Yo, check your phone." And he was like, "Yo, what the fuck is
Mm.
that?" And then I told him the dish and everything like that. And he was like, "Oh, word? Let me find out." I said, "Yo, shit is fire."
Yo,
So it
I
was like,
saw that picture. I closed my
oh
eyes
my
and I
god.
pictured my cup of noodles having all the flavors in the world.
Yeah, so
Oh yeah,
excuse my fake ass
hot
white
chicken noodles.
my fake ass white sounding accent, but it was called lomo saltado, and it's
Saltado, yes,
basically
saltado.
lomo saltado, and it's basically rice, steak, bistake,
Sticky rice.
it's
Sticky
sticky right,
rice.
yeah, bistake with
Mm.
seasoning everything, and then whole ass fucking cut tomatoes in there too, onions, everything, right,
We haven't
and
spoiled food in a while, but damn.
and French fries underneath on the bottom.
Oh, you
Soaking
gotta
up
have the
all the
French fries.
fucking seasoning. That's what they do. That's
Mm-hmm.
and yo, oh my god, and
Mm-hmm.
plátano maduros on the side too. So it's like
Oh, the Maduro. You gotta have the
I had
Maduros.
a
You
I had
gotta
a
have the Maduros.
whole ass Spanish fucking meal. Man, I was mwah, chef's kiss.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yep,
For those
vibey.
impaired, Maduros are yellow bananas.
Sweet plantains,
Sweet
guys. I'm
plantains.
sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll translate. We'll try to translate because I know
yeah,
you never know. Maybe YouTube. See, imagine the day when the AI gets so good on YouTube where it starts actually doing the Google Translate for us,
What do
and
you
it
mean? That
actually. I
can
know
happen
it.
right now if you
I
wanted to.
know, I
Yeah.
know, I know. I
Uh,
don't, and I don't want to open up Pandora's box. I'm not trying to get into a hole. We're gonna have
one of
to
these
do
days
like
we're gonna run the whole pod on
yeah.
AI as AI voice.
Yeah, it's
It's
not
not
gonna
gonna
be
be
us.
us.
It's literally just gonna be fucking Chat GPT. We're gonna have it listen to all like 80 or however many fucking episodes,
Fuck
and
yeah.
then just let them run the fucking pod for and see if anybody notices, and then just be like, "Yo, talk about this, and that this week," and see what happens. Imagine,
AI for the win. Tell you,
imagine.
bro. Like I know you tweeted out, but it is the vibe. The Drake with the Drake
It's
AI.
vibey. It's so vibey.
Jesus,
I
I'm
showed
like
my
that's
dad
better
last night. My
than
dad ripped it off of fucking
most shit
YouTube.
out these days.
I showed my dad. My dad ripped it off of YouTube last night. He was like, "Yo, if you didn't tell me that this was AI," and I was like, "Because the guy fucking had his cadence and everything." This is what I'm saying.
Like all the nuances that you would
Yes, the
think is
little ad
Drake,
libs,
it's
everything. It's
there,
like,
bro.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm like, damn, right? Is this really? And here's the fun part. Since there's no laws written against that shit, it's really
Well,
hard to like really copyright. You can still copyright it, but it's like,
UMG came out real quick and was like,
oh, they came
"Oh,
out quick, yeah. But
shit,
you know,
Universal
Congress
Music
gonna
Group."
they gotta get on that shit. Like the laws gotta change
I
because
mean,
there's really nothing written against it. The guy that put it on Spotify was literally making money off of Spotify before UMG said, bro, calm
yeah,
that down. We ain't doing this.
yeah.
Like no.
No, that shit was
Yeah,
wild.
man.
But yeah,
I
basically,
yeah.
I'm sorry, just to kind of
No, go.
yeah, just tie it up real quick. So yeah, food, really good food, work, and definitely some gaming. Obviously, Jedi Survivor we'll talk about. As you can see here, my
Yes,
gameplay on
yes.
PC. And yeah, that's what I got into. And yeah, that was more or less my week, man. So yes, and you take it away, please. The floor is yours, Senator.
All right. My week has been gaming as
Very good.
always.
Very good.
I almost came up short not getting Star Wars, but I got Star Wars.
Yes.
As you all know, oh, not all, but as you know, and those in my circle, my dog did pass away this past week.
Sorry about that. Man. Condolences,
yeah.
of course.
Thank you, sir. 14 years. Gave us 14 years. He had a great life. He was with our kids when they were babies, toddlers, and crawling and walking. All those memories are there, and he left us great memories. So, and he left us in peace. Like he was not in pain. He wasn't all that stuff.
Yeah.
A pure York, but passed away. He was already to the point where it's like he hardly couldn't breathe and that kind of stuff. But he gave us a great life. So that happened, and because of that, it was almost Star Wars that almost didn't happen.
Sure.
But my circle coming through, they help a lot with these type of things. They know I'm the gaming kind of guy, so they helped out, and I was able to purchase it. So I've been playing that this week. We'll talk about it.
Yep.
What else? I caught up on some shows. Obviously, my anime is top fire right now. So I've been watching that. Demon Slayer is back, and it's back with a vengeance. So
nice.
Today's episode I gotta watch still. What else? Oh, I watched Mario Brothers on Twitter last night.
It was funny. My friend was telling me she was like, they got the Mario Brothers movie on all the sites. I was like, it just passed $1 billion this weekend.
Oh yeah, it did. It did. It did. But some account is like yesterday. I guess they went crazy.
Yeah.
And they put like the full length Avatar movie on there, the latest one.
Yep.
The full length
Yeah.
Mario Brothers is on
Elon's
there.
Twitter, man.
Oh yeah, Elon's Twitter.
Elon's Twitter, man.
Anything goes.
Yeah.
And I literally was while I was playing Star Wars, I had Twitter. I had the guy who tweeted out the whole full length movie of Mario Brothers. In 2 tweets because he couldn't put the whole 2 hours in 1 tweet.
Right.
In 2 tweets, and I just literally watched Mario Bros. I'm like, yo, this movie is
How'd it look?
fantastic.
It was a decent copy too.
Yeah. Okay. So
Not
compared to what
not
we
promoting
grew up
piracy, not promoting piracy by any means or standards.
Right,
I'm just
right.
just
But compared to what we grew up with when it was the piracy stuff back then to now, it's. I mean, I can't complain. Like, I mean,
Sure.
we grew up with the shitty copy. Remember, we grew up with literally camcorders in the movie
It's
theater.
like why this fucking guy had to stand up and go use the bathroom.
Right, coughing and chomping on food is like, okay, get out the way, bro. You know, but it was a fairly decent copy. Watch that. I was not gonna watch Avatar because I want to watch that, and I missed it out on theaters, but I will watch it. I prefer watch it that digitally, like a good copy of it, rather than just seeing that, like that way. But did that getting ready for Redfall this week?
Yes. I just pre-installed today. I just want to tell you that. I just did my pre-install right now.
Did you? Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
I think it was like 70 something gigs.
I didn't check. All I know is fucking Star Wars 128 on PC, so I had to use a different hard drive. But once again,
loaded like shit.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. But you see, we'll talk about that. But getting ready for Redfall this week. Play a little Benedict Fox.
Yes, you were telling us.
And if you're into Metrovania games, definitely check out that game. It's on Game Pass. Really solid game. The score on it it gets you the score, the music on it. It gets you into the mood of that game. So really good game. Again, if you like Metrovania games, I go ahead and play it. I like it. It's a really good game. Metrovania, for those who don't know, it's basically there are going to be areas you can't access it. So you like level up and you find a key for it or a key for the door or whatever it is.
Or an ability,
back to the area.
That you couldn't. Yeah.
More relevant to like that kind of a game more recently relevant is like Ori games, like the Ori games.
Yep.
Like it's like that kind of stuff, that style. Or Castlevania if you played that in the past. It's those type of style of game, which is it's really good. It was a solid game. I was like, and I was waiting for that game to come out. For those achievement hunters, fairly easy in the achievements. I felt like I was running through it and I got a fairly amount of good achievements even without me concentrating a lot. So that's that. But man, my week was strong. Other than the little setback with our dog, but my week is strong, man.
Nah, man,
very strong. Yeah,
that's dope for sure. Obviously, playoff basketball and everything else.
Playoff basketball, the Yankees. I don't know what the hell's going on there.
I know we're just taking it day by. Listen, 162 games, man. I can't sweat it. For 1 month.
It's only April.
Yeah,
April.
April. What was it? March 31st they started. I can't sweat it a month in. I gotta wait. Everybody can start hitting the panic switches.
Full, no. We're looking half full. It's only April, and all these injuries will be back at summertime. So
that's what I'm saying.
It is the hope. So it is what it is at this point. And then you got it's unfortunate, but everybody else in the division is like on fire. So it's like you can't compete against that.
Except for the Sox.
Bro, talking about fire, the Devil Rays are they still called Devil Rays or the Rays?
Tampa Bay Rays.
They're playing White Sox. They were being no hit till the 6th inning, and I'm like, damn, that's a good game right there.
Yeah.
And then I look at the score later. I didn't watch it. I look at the score later on. They lost 13. They won. I mean, Rays did 13 to 2.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, wasn't there a no hit in the 6th inning?
Yeah.
What happened? The Rays happened.
Yeah, they're having Chicago. Right, Chicago finally felt like Chicago. And
I saw that one highlight where the guy jogged it out to first base. I guess he got sent to the minors.
That was Luis Garcia Jr.
Nah, there's no room for that, bro. You're making way too much money to be jogging out. He would
have beat out the fucking throw too if he actually ran full speed. If he hustled,
he legitly jogged it. Like I was told, you got to see this clip. He jogged it. I'm like, maybe
he gave up at the last 3 feet. He literally slowed down
the whole time, bro. That's not it, man. Yeah. Like you're an athlete who's getting paid too much money for you to just sit back and relax. Not it. But yeah, man, that's what I've been doing this whole week. Hyped for Sundays like always. Thank you guys for showing up.
For sure.
Being here for us, that's pretty cool. And listening to our Doritos rants. Yeah, that's it. That's what I got, man.
Word.
Exciting week, but just looking forward to today.
Nice, man. Yeah, same. So before we actually get into topics, we're gonna shout out the chat real quick. Timber, the homie, Brazil.
The homie, Brazil.
Brazil. in here, man. My brother Draven, of course, hanging out with us. Shizno, thank you for stopping by. We appreciate you, brother. Who
Sergeant
else we got
Sentinel.
in here, man? Sergeant, thank you. Stubbs, Money,
Stubbs.
Money, you bitch.
Money. I won't say that, but
Nah, I
money.
won't say that because he be fucking riding too much, so that's why
He was writing me last night. He sent me
Yeah,
like
hey, yo,
five
but
party chats, and I'm sleeping.
so I'm
Like
saying,
I'm sleeping.
yeah, he's over here like, yo, come play Battlefield, yo. Let's play some
I
Battlefield, yo.
think he's the only one. No, I think him and your
Nah,
brother.
and my brother still. It's all right. That's yeah.
I don't hate the game. I just it's uninstalled.
I'm probably just gonna install it on my Xbox and just be like, "Yo, come play Battlefield." And be like, "All right, I'm here." Here I am.
Oh! You're probably gonna be like, really?
What?
Well, I think I already told you, but I'm a little over COD right now.
Yeah.
I'm a little over it. Like, it's now what 3 seasons in, and we're not. I'm just not feeling these. I'm the multiplayer guy. We are the multiplayer guy.
Yeah.
So when you're not focusing on the multiplayer side of things, on the like for maps.
Yep.
These last few maps they brought out is
not as whack.
Blah, bro.
Yes, like, and I'm literally, and I'll be honest with you too. And like I said, I don't want to side. I mean, we could still talk about it later, but I'll be honest with you. Like, the only reason I have to still get on is when my dad's playing. Like, if I'm just trying to game with my dad until like, because the next game we about to go hard in, we talked about this last night too, is Counter-Strike 2. Counter-Strike 2 drops. Like, me and my dad are literally, because we were talking about Valo last night, but me and my dad went hard in Counter-Strike Global. Like, during like the fucking 2016, 2017. So we already talked about it. I was like, yo. CS2 when that shit drops, we back. Back. So we definitely we already talked about it.
I'm only interested in DMZ now, man. It's the only reason.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
I haven't turned on COD. Well, I go in there for the event they doing. Even that event is just grindy as hell. But I'll turn it on to play some DMZ with your brother and maybe to grind out the to get some levels out of the way. I'll do like an hour like literally dramatically drop my game time on COD, and that has to do also with the games coming out that I'm playing.
That too. Listen, there's not enough going on in COD that would want to keep my attention. Once again, outside of the fact that it's definitely still a game that I could get on with my dad and just mindlessly play and have fun and enjoy in that way. But if my dad's not on playing, or you know what I mean, like if because there's really not that many other games like we would like game on together. Then that's it. Literally, like short of like
that's
us hopping into like maybe
Apex
or something like
there's
that.
other shit to play for me that's keeping my attention. That's not letting me go. Okay, now it's time for COD. Like literally, I'm going now. It's time for. I don't want to play COD.
Yeah, that part.
That's where I'm at with it. Like, it's whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'm all in limbo land when it comes to. We spoke about this in our party chat. Like, where are they with the communication on what's happening with the 2-year cycle, or are you going 1-year cycle? What's coming out this year? What's Sledgehammer working on? That sort of stuff. So it's like, it's become that. But I still play COD. It is still my go-to franchise for first-person shooters.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, that's pretty much the catch up on my week.
Word. All right, let's hop into this shit, man.
Let's hop into it. What are we talking about?
Let's start because we were a little. I mean, we were supposed to talk about this last week, I think, but not. But it kind of. Or did we say last week that we were going to talk about it this week? Because we didn't talk about it last week.
I think we ended with lead off is Division.
Yeah, and I meant that because I wanted to talk about this, and I didn't want to also rush through it. And I think that's what it was. We were kind of like, you know what I mean. So I was like, let's actually talk about it. So Divison Heartland, this was the developer deep dive, which was 6 minutes, but I think they got their point across as well too. By the way, since we're doing a little deep dive, it says alpha there, right? Okay,
it says alpha.
I'm being mad nosy right now.
Right there on the little PCC P Pod Bravo, I think it says
Yeah, so alpha. So they're showing us gameplay and stuff like that. I mean, listen, I think we kind of joked about it a little bit. Maybe not even joked about it, but it's Division 2.5. What money say?
You must be a bicycle because you're riding it right now.
Okay, well, money. That's fine, money. That's perfect.
Money with handle tassels and all that.
All right.
In the ring ring.
That's excessive.
No training wheels. Okay, all
that's
right.
excessive.
No training. All right.
Listen, I didn't have a bike growing up. I was definitely the friend that had to jump on the pegs.
I was that guy. I was the peg.
Fucked up. I was the peg.
Nope. Not saying that shit. No. Stop.
No, it's not. It's there's nothing wrong with that. You fucking made it weird, but that's fine. Whatever. I digress. Anyways, Heartland Division. So yeah. So listen.
Yeah.
It's looking like Division. Like
That's what I
So
said.
it's literally.
But it's nothing wrong with that.
No,
There's
because
absolutely nothing wrong with that.
I like that. So here's my thing, right? So well, I had this go to the background, and then I have the little thing too on their website where they like explain different things. They're describing this as a survival looter shooter. So people don't realize this because there's actually, believe it or not, people that didn't play Division 1, they did a survival mode in Division 1, okay? Where basically a lot of what you see here and a lot of the things that have been implemented in here, well, the biggest thing was there was a cold element because it was in New York City, right? So the survival mode, it was in the dark zone, and it was separate from the survival mode was separate from the normal single player game and the normal dark zone mode, where they just took the dark zone area in Manhattan for Division 1.
Yes.
And you would go in and there was a big blizzard. It was a big snowstorm, right? Because it was happened during the winter, right? So when you went in, you were cold. So one of the biggest things you had to find to be able to stay to increase your chances, because you could like basically get hypothermia, you would die. So you had to find layers of clothing. Because remember all the clothing you would find in Division 1 and stuff like that?
Yes.
So they basically said, okay, instead of it being cosmetic, we're going to make it into an actual gameplay mechanic. You had to find layers of clothing. So you found a hat. Okay, how much would this raise up my temperature? And then it would just, your thermals would go up.
On that. I definitely missed out on that mode on D1.
Yeah, so it's literally, it was that, and I love that fucking mode, because then there was like, okay, cool, now that I actually got my thermals up, and like I could stay longer, and I don't have to stand around a little fucking like the little fire barrels that they had, lit, because that's how you would warm up. You would go out, and then you would find high tier enemies, PvE, and you would go kill them, and there would be loot to go and get, right? And then, or there was the PvP exit where you would find other teams, kill them, loot, and then you would have to extract. And then when you extract, you got to keep, whatever you got, basically, essentially. And then I think there was a way, I think you could bring that over and still use that, if I remember, in like your actual kits, like outside of the survival mode. Because I think when you went in to the survival mode, if I remember correctly, I don't know if you were kitted. It's been so long, I literally don't remember if you were kitted or not. In that mode. Somebody might know in chat. I mean, Elite. I think it sounds like Elite actually played it. So somebody in chat too, correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm not sure if you also had to find weapons as well too. I really forget. If it was kind of like that, where it was like you started with nothing and you had to find stuff as you went along. But in this aspect here, so they're making it where it's not so much a dark zone, but it's a contaminated area. And now instead of it being cold, you just got to have like air filters on you, and you're going to have to hydrate. Exactly. So you're going to have your base of operations. There's going to be missions for you to do and stuff like that. But essentially, this is going to be just like all the other games. It's a live service game that is strictly based on you just going out there, finding stuff, and crafting things. Like while you're out there, you're going to have abilities and stuff, but it's going to be very similar to like if you play Division 2, don't expect like they're not reinventing the wheel. And I don't think that's a bad thing. They're just implementing other gameplay mechanics to make what worked for the game work in what they're trying to do here. But now all those little things that you would pick up, there's uses for them now. Because of the crafting system, and I mean, which they had crafting in Division 2, obviously, to craft attachments and stuff like that. But now, like, literally be able to craft, like, certain abilities, like be able to craft, like, turrets or whatever like that, find water, have it and stuff, and be out there. I mean, all in all, and I think they already announced that it was free to play, too, which is...
Yes, it is free to play.
Amazing.
Which is wow. Because it like looking at this whole thing, I'm like, this is literally Division. And they took they grew. It seems like what you talking about, the D1, the survival mode, that there was enough developers in there, enough support from the community on that mode that they decided, let's do this and let's blow it up. Let's times 10 it.
Yeah.
And it feels it's rather than a storm closing in on you, it's the toxic air going out from a certain location, certain locations. Which is always going to
it's always going to move around too. I don't think it's ever going to be in the same.
So it's always going to make you feel like, oh my god, I gotta move. I gotta keep doing this. I gotta grab that. I need this. Like there's always going to be that element to the game where you feel that like the anxiety of it. But as far as the aesthetics and the UIs, everything, it's Division. Like it has all Division. What you expect from a Division game.
Yeah.
But I gotta say this. I love the location. how they like that location just seems so natural to a division game.
Yeah.
Like rather than going to a big city they already have, DC or New York, they're literally bringing you to like the rurals, like the rural areas of suburbia, let's say, and bring you to that area. It's like what happened here? Because what I'm understanding is that this is happening during like the whole outbreak of Division 1 and 2. Let's show you what was happening over here while that was happening over there, kind of thing.
Yeah, and then what Draven just said in the chat here, the day-night cycle. So that's what it is. So basically during the day, PVE, and then at night PvP, but also PVE. Obviously, that's the whole PVE VP part of the game because it's day-night cycles essentially. They say here, single-player session experience both the challenge exploration of a daytime and thrill and intensity of nightfall. During the day, explore the complete critical objectives, scavenge for materials and supplies, face off against dangerous enemies. When the day turns to night, the stakes heighten, new enemies appear. Avoid the increasingly volatile contamination, fight your way through rogue NPCs, and take on new hostile players. And then the extract or die. Risk your arsenal and supplies every time you venture into Silver Creek. Keep moving to survive enemy conflict, dehydration, and the lethal contamination that's overtaken the town. Tackle a variety of goals while building up your armory at your base of operations. Each successful operation allows you to complete more missions and unlock unique abilities, new map areas, crucial functions at your base. Die before you extract, come back empty-handed. So that's what it is. Whatever you take in, it's like if you don't come out, that's where we're entering in.
It still has a dark zone, the dark zone element, where like whatever you grab from these things, you have to extract them or you don't keep them. So extraction shooter. No? Am I wrong?
Yeah. That's the extraction shooter part. Absolutely. That's the extraction. But this is where like that whole looter shooter part of it, or not looter shooter part, but it's the looter shooter, and then it's also that extraction part, like where in DMZ, for example, in Tarkov, like where just whatever gear you take in, if you die with it on, that's it. Die with it on.
That gear's gone. Unlike DMZ, where it's just a cooldown.
Exactly. So
unless it's a contraband weapon, you lose that completely.
Yeah. So here, I'm pretty sure it's just the way that they're going to handle it's going to be like traditional. Like, okay, you got a kitted weapon, you want to take it in, cool. You die with the weapon, you just lost that weapon.
That risk
then you got to go back.
I love
exactly,
that.
Which is cool. But that's your loop. So as long as the gameplay is good, the servers hold well, and because that's another thing too. It's like it's still a third-person shooter at the end of the day. Yeah, there's sights, so there's sniping and things. But if you're not a fan of like PvP in Division, this game probably won't be for you. Because a lot of
as long as they don't have that spot from part 1 that they had a freaking patch out. You know the spot I'm talking about in Dark Zone?
Yeah.
Where like in the alleyway up top where everybody hit there was no way in.
Yeah, the ladder, the one way fucking ladder.
Like, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to be elite just to get those people.
Yeah, somebody gets up there and then they would just literally hold the ladder.
Oh Lord.
Yes.
They literally had to redo that whole area.
Remember the basketball court that was across the street, and then the alley. I literally remember exactly where you're talking about in the Dark Zone. That's how that's how synonymous that fucking place was. Because
I think that was Zone 3, I believe. Zone 3 or Zone 4. It was one of those zones.
It wasn't even one of the high. It was one of the mid-level like zones that they had. Yep, that shit was crazy.
Nuts. They had to rework that whole fucking area. I was like, oh shit, they closed it off and everything.
So let's see, squad up with crossplay. So that's cool. Squad up with crossplay and cross progression. I think I didn't want to pass over what Denver asked because Denver asked earlier if it was console or mobile. I believe it's console PC. I don't believe it's mobile.
If you're playing on the cloud, it can become mobile.
Yes, technically, if you're playing, if this has cloud play, true, which true. I don't think they mentioned anything about that.
Sorry, my Game Pass brain kicked in.
Yeah. No, you had. It's okay. No, it's okay. That's It's what it was.
But does Plus don't have cloud?
Not cloud play. No. They have cloud saves and things like that. And I think that's also what they're actually marketing here. They're marketing cross progression, which is interesting. So venture
get up anywhere and your progression's there.
Yeah, so venture into Silver Creek alone or with your squad with cross play and cross progression on all platforms, forming powerful team tactics, customize your agent skills, outfits, and go bag. Unlock story elements and level up through multiple upgrade paths. Over time, Heartland will expand to introduce new gameplay, agent stories, challenges, and areas of the map to explore. I also think that because once they have this in place, there's no reason why they can't just remove you out of this area and put you in another area. Like, not necessarily in that same town, but like, you know what I mean? Like you could like, oh hey, like you know how when in Division 2 they brought you back to New York in the DLC, you know what I mean? Like the Warlord and stuff like that. They could do a similar thing here because they could just create as long as they have the model in the loop, then they just create another map for you to go and play in, another sandbox essentially. You
It
know?
looks like your brother is confirming that too. He's saying that it is continuing the story from Division 2 because you're still chasing the same guy from 1 and 2.
Got it.
In this game.
So narratively, it still connects as well. It just
Good,
but the gameplay is
you
still
need, this doesn't seem like a game like you said. It's not reinventing the wheel like the Division wheel, but it seems like it needs something to ground it. And if you're keeping that energy going from 1 and 2, like you're chasing that guy around, then that's what's gonna ground. That's what's gonna ground the game and bring the players back to going. Oh, I remember this guy. Okay, yeah. Let's do this. Yeah, and it looks like the hub world is no longer just a spot like it been like in Division 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Only have the one spot to grow out of. It looks like it's like the whole like your hub world is huge. It's not just one area.
Yeah.
And there's no loading between, because when you go into your safe house, it loads in and out like that slow walk that you do to get in your safe house.
Yep.
For the load screen, it looks like it's not that. Like it's just gonna be seamless.
Yeah. So this is actually directly from them. Division Heartland is a free-to-play, PvEVP focused survival action shooter set in the mysterious rural town of Silver Creek. Explore and complete missions by day, take on dynamically moving contamination. So like there's no prediction to how the contamination will go, which is kind of cool.
So dynamic. So you're gonna have day-night cycles.
Yep, day-night cycles.
And dynamic fucking
contamination spots.
Contamination. Wow.
Yep, enemy factions and
that's
player.
Heavy.
Yeah,
that's heavy. Oof.
And the enemy factions is cool because that'll probably be similar to how they did factions in Division 1 and Division 2 probably. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's like the ones that the ones with the fire, and then the other, you know what I mean? All the different ones. Like the different enemy factions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
You know what I mean? Like the ones that had different like abilities and stuff depending on, who you were fighting.
Nice.
Yeah, and then obviously you could register now. I'm already registered. I'm just making sure I'm not doxing myself. Am I doxing myself?
Please, don't release that. Oh, it is being made for last gen as well.
Yeah, so it is actually, shout out to Denver, for just having the brain. But yeah, it's literally, so Ubisoft, I got it registered for PC. We got Series X, and S, of course, PS5, PS4, and Xbox One. So yeah, so current gen, last gen, it is there. So. Oh, wait. Oh, no. And then here, register now for Division Resurgence, upcoming mobile game set in Division Universe. So there you go. So, and then that's the mobile game. So they are working on a mobile game as well, too. But that we knew about already. That I think when they did the Ubisoft thing, I think, what was it, the last E3 or whatever they had? I think that's when we heard about that, Division Resurgence.
Yeah.
Or something. Do you remember? You know what I mean?
I don't know if it was called Resurgence, but was it Resurgence?
Oh. Since we're here, we might as well, right? What kind of podcast would we be if we didn't investigate, right? We're here on the topic.
Body.
Here we go. Division Resurgence. Division Resurgence is a third-person shooter RPG set in a massive urban open world. It offers the same acclaimed HD experience tailored to mobile.
Why did I think it was called something else? Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah, Division Resurgence is a whole new opus in the Tom Clancy Division franchise with the addition of a new storyline, factions, and much more. So yeah, but
at this point, could you fucking just drop the Tom Clancy name? It's not even Tom Clancy anymore.
That's
whatever.
I forgot who made that point. I think it was SkillUp I was listening to that actually made that point.
It's just at this point they're just slapping it on because they bought the rights anyways, and it is brand recognition. So when you hear Tom Clancy,
I mean, normally when you would hear Tom Clancy before, you're thinking of like when you would say like
spy,
like Hunt,
shooter.
Or Hunt for Red October. It's like okay, Tom Clancy, like you know what I mean. When you think about movies or whatever, or Jack
Ghost.
Ryan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. So Rainbow, Rainbow,
Rainbow.
I'm pretty sure in the books he talks about Rainbow. That's why they came out with the game and stuff. You know what I mean? Like the Rainbow
listen,
team.
just give me Patriots again. I'll be all right. Just bring that. They put the paddles on that and bring it to life. I will always die on that hill, man. That game when they showed that, they showed that game off. I was like, holy shit, I want that.
Yeah.
And that turned out to be not that it's a bad game, but it turned out to be what's that thing my son plays? Siege. It turned out to be Siege, which years later it's a popular game, amongst the community, but it's very toxic and the learning curve, the skill gap is. If you have not played that game in a while, skill gap is crazy.
What multiplayer game isn't toxic at this point? Like find me one where people are actually like, GG.
Unfortunately, and then it's just one of those things where no game is safe anymore if it's multiplayer. You're gonna have the toxic community, the toxic crowd. Actually, the challenge would be looking for a community that's not that toxic in their game space.
Yeah,
is there such a game? And if it is, very rare.
Yeah,
very rare.
And even my brother
MLB The Show has his people.
Yes, it does. My brother makes a point here. Tom Clancy made grounded military thrillers. This left Grounded a long time ago. True.
Very long time ago. I think the last grounded experience we had was I want to say Vegas. No.
I mean, that was pretty grounded.
What was that last Ghost game before it became Wildlands and all that?
Graw?
Graw? Yeah, Graw.
Graw 2. It would have been Graw 2.
Yeah, Advanced Warfare. That's the last time it was really, really grounded.
Grounded, but that was still kind of like future, like, you know what I mean? The XM8s and things like that,
Yeah, I think it was Future Warfighter because it was, whatever. It's one of those games.
They did Graw 2, and then yes, it was.
It was one.
And then
Future,
there was
right?
another one
that we all played co-op on.
Yeah, see, Technos, listen, Graw, but we played Future War sucked. Yeah. See that? I don't think. I wasn't a fan of Future War, but I know Graw, because I know we played because that was 360. That was,
Listen, Tech, I'm gonna need you to tone that down, bro. It was an amazing game. Stop it.
I mean, I don't know about amazing. I mean, I definitely remember.
We made it amazing because we played co-op with it, so it was amazing in that aspect.
But the multiplayer, right. I think the Graw multiplayer games were.
Graw was the ones.
Yeah, man.
Graw multiplayer,
Graw
that was
multiplayer
it.
The shit.
Before COD became a thing, that was it, man.
Yep.
My thing was the camera guns, putting a camera on the gun and you can peek out of the. Your body doesn't peek out, just your camera.
Yes.
And you're behind cover, and your camera sees. Oh my god! You could shoot that way. It was just crazy.
Yeah, man.
One of those games made it where they had attachments where the bullet you could shoot corners. You didn't have to peek out. You could poke out your gun, and your gun had a barrel on it that actually twisted, and you could shoot around corners. I don't know if it was that game, but it was a game like that. I forgot what it was. I think it was that game.
I kind of remember what you're talking about, but I just don't.
It's like advanced infantry where you could put a barrel that literally peeks corners. Your body doesn't come out. Your gun is literally peeking the corner.
Shit. Imagine, would Graw 1 work? They even have the servers, or servers are probably nowhere near online for that shit.
I don't think so.
You know what's great?
Bring back Vegas. Fuck that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so right here too. Register now for the PC closed beta. Sorry guys, by the way. It'll be. I mean, I'm sure they'll do a beta for console, but PC closed beta and receive 5 friend invites. So they really want play with you and your buddies.
Who wants to play with me?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like Yobi's about to get his PC going. So he might be part of that. He's just missing glow sticks on his PC.
Well, you said glow sticks?
Mm-hmm. Glow sticks. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he said I'm pretty sure he said a monitor. But if you interpreted monitor as glow sticks, fucked up.
I'm ribbing.
That's funny.
Oh man. They're back compat, but I doubt the servers.
The single player would work, but still, damn. Maybe LAN would probably work too, like classic Halo. Fucking get a couple.
At that point, though, those games had synergy. Because I remember playing Ghost Recon. Was it Ghost Recon? And then you had remember? What was it? End War? Remember that game? End War?
Yes.
And in that game, you had characters on the ground that were from Raw, and it made me feel like I was literally
Or even remember Hawks?
Hawks also had.
Hawks had because that's when they started. Because that's when they were started putting they had the Graw team and stuff. Yes, I do remember that fucking Hawks
on the ground and shit. And you will communicate with them, so it made me feel like holy shit. I'm talking to the dudes on the ground, and I know exactly where they're at because I played that game. That's the
Hawks. Remember? I remember my dad getting a flight stick when fucking Hawks came out. He played the fuck out of it because Hawks. I think they had a multiplayer component too.
They did, and I think Hawks was an acronym for whatever. I don't know what it was for.
Yeah,
but
I forget.
I think it was an acronym, but I forgot what it was for. But yes, it had an online component to it. It definitely did.
I mean, it wasn't out here trying to be any type of Ace Combat, but I think for what it was actually pretty decent.
Ace fucking Combat. What a classic.
What a classic, man. Still doing. But yeah, Heartland. I mean, we're going back. Oh yeah, even the old Ace. I mean, I'll go real old. I'll fucking take you back to Sega. Old Sega. Was it Sega Genesis? Fucking Ace. Which one was that?
It was
Ace Combat.
I think it was just called Ace Combat. It was at that time it was just Ace Combat, and then whatever subtitle they had under it.
Ace Combat. I think it was literally just like you said. Yeah, I played the fuck out of that. I had that game.
Ace Combat's a franchise,
16-bit
man. It's a
Ace Combat
franchise.
for Sega Genesis. What? That was my shit.
It.
Yeah.
Right. So Heartland, man. Let's get back.
No, I like tangents.
No, I'm talking about Heartland.
Yeah, I know. I said I like tangents. I like going off on a tangent.
No, I'm talking about Heartland. I know. Fuck that shit.
Nah, I mean that's pretty much it for Heartland. I mean we'll see. No date on beta, but it's got to be soon-ish, hopefully.
It's crazy. Like they announced everything but the date. I was like, whoa.
But then again, too, I'm also of that mindset now. It's like, June 6th is like right around the corner, and I feel like Diablo's gonna fucking consume all of us. So.
I mean, we spoke about this last week and a couple weeks before that. It is.
I'm gonna try and play other things, but I'm just saying.
Did you see how many hours to max out your character?
I don't even want that. We're gonna talk more about it because I'm sure we're gonna have the podcast like the week that it actually drops the server slam, and we actually do the pod for the server slam because that's the week of the 14th, and I already know I have off, so I have off that whole week.
Not for the weak at heart. If you're a casual gamer, 150 fucking hours of maxing, and I think it was like 100 hours for the pass.
That's it. There we go.
This is they really want you to play this game and this game only. Like they going for that crowd. I was like, all right, hardcore gamer it is.
Yeah. So Heartland, I'm excited. I mean, because it's free to play.
Chad, you excited for Heartland? I am.
I'm excited.
I like it. I love Division. No, it's free to play. There's the key word. Free to play. If it's free, it's me.
Yep.
And on that, I'm gonna munch on another.
All right, you have another Dorito, and I'm gonna transition us to the next topic, which is actually on screen right now. Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
We gotta talk about this.
I was that guy too in that last clip. If you just seen it there, like I couldn't just pull down the grate. I started.
No, you're not the only guy, bro. You're not the only.
I'm just saying.
I literally turned off fucking fall damage because of this shit. Like the game that
I told you wasn't I in chat with you? Or no, I was in chat with my brother when I started playing this, and I literally fell, and I was like, wait, I double jumped, and you still killed me. I did the double. I did that.
It
right.
Penalizes you, man.
And you were like, "Oh, there's default damage." I'm like, "All right, I get it." I thought I just used the force to do a somersault to land properly, but you still killed me because I guess I fell from too high of a height. Got it. But yeah, dude, Star Wars.
I mean,
you played a lot more than me, so
bro. I'm not ashamed about it. Like I got, as I'm looking at my phone right now, looking at the time plate on it, I got 16 hours on that game already.
Yeah,
and
I got an hour.
Just entered the second planet. Like I stood on what's the fucking first planet?
Oh no, you're
Kodo?
No, you're bugging.
Oh, bro. But I'm a completionist, so I'm sitting there looking and finding all of this shit, bro. With the exception of what you can't get yet until you get powers or whatever, or whatever you need to get to that area. But I've been like on bro, you heard me in the chat. The lightsaber, like this lightsaber combat was great in the first one.
Yeah.
In Fallen, but in this one, you see that they added more animation to it, so it feels more like a lightsaber battle when you're doing it.
Yeah.
And the sounds that they added more sound to it. The lighting is just perfect. Like everything. If you're a Star Wars fan, it's a great game. And I said this yesterday in one of my tweets. This is if Tomb Raider was in space. This was it.
Yeah, Tomb Raider. I've seen people make the Uncharted comparisons, and I definitely agree with that as well too.
Yeah, and it has like elements of the whole, Souls-like kind of thing where you die and whoever kills you, you got to get back to that enemy and kill him to get back your experience and your levels. But it's not heavy on that.
No.
It's not one of those things like, oh man, I lost all my weapons and stuff like that. No, it's just straight your XP get lost if you decide to go back. Well, you have to because it's like.
And we were talking about Metrovanias before. I mean, this is, in the sense of the word, this is a Metroidvania.
Yeah. Oh,
for
definitely.
Sure.
Yeah.
This is definitely a Metrovania as well too. In the short amount of time that I actually spent playing this, because I was already like, listen, so I could set the stage. Okay. I had to work early. Like I had to work. I had to be at work at 6 o'clock in the morning. Right. So I was like, all right, $15. I'll get the EA Play Pro. Because, it's like, I'm not really why not? Why not? Right? $15, I'll pay for the month. Download the game. I saw the game file. 128 gigs. Fuck me. I got gigabit internet, but that's a lot. The fuck.
Still a lot.
Still a lot. All right. 128 gigs. No problem. Downloaded it. Woke up.
I hate you. You have fiber too, right? I forget you have fiber.
Yeah, I got
you
fiber.
and my son. I hate both of you. Right?
Yeah.
Like I started downloading it with my son, and like at almost the same time, virtually the same time, and his was done 15 minutes before mine.
Yeah. Cries in 1 gig. Anyways. So yeah. So downloads the game. Right. I mean, it's not like it took like fucking 2 minutes. It still takes a little bit to download, even with the fiber connection.
Right,
So I downloaded it, but I wasn't playing. Right, exactly. But I wasn't playing it anyway until I got home from work the next day. Kind of early, 2:00, whatever. So I get in, but now I'm at work. I'm at break. I'm looking at the phone, and everybody's like, "I can't." Skill Up video comes out. I can't recommend this game. What the fuck? Fucking everybody else coming out. Ah, this game is buggy and this and that. And I guess people are having issues with the game.
There are issues. We're not gonna pretend like there isn't no issues.
I'm just saying, I haven't played enough of it yet. There was some things I was trying to be as open and honest as possible. There was a part here where I don't know if this was just me. We might have came up to it already, but I literally my controller. I'm playing wired with a wired Xbox controller, and I get to a part and it comes out of a cutscene, and as it's transitioning from out of the cutscene back to like me controlling the character, what ends up happening is like my character just starts walking and hugging the guardrail, and I literally have to like unplug my controller, disconnect it, plug it back in, and like tab back into the game for it to be like, okay, no, we sense that you have a controller plugged in, because it literally did some crazy like as if my joystick was all fucked up and stuff.
You would think it'll recognize your controller, being that Luke Skywalker himself advocated that in the commercial.
Well,
Xbox controller,
that's only for the EA and for the Xbox marketing, but marketing. It's like I didn't actually see what controller Mark was using to play the game, so I actually can't confirm what controller it was. I can only confirm for some of the videos that it was an Xbox controller, but there's another video out there that I don't know what type of controller he was using at that point. I guess I could assume it was an Xbox controller, but that's all I'll say on the matter. Anyways, so it's like, I mean, audio like
confirmed.
Yeah, right, exactly. So, and 32 gigs. All right, listen, I got a 3080, 14 i9 9900K, 32 gigs of RAM, right? So it's like I notice and I'm playing on all high settings, not max, all high. And halfway through this, I turned on FSR 2.0, and it's on quality, not even balanced or anything. So I'm playing so it looks good. I don't have a frame counter up, so you can't see. There are certain parts where if I turn my camera kind of quick while I'm using the controller, I could see it. It's like, okay, yeah, my frame's dipped there. Because there's a lot. It's Coruscant, right?
Frame performance, right?
Yeah, no, quality. Playing on quality.
Quality, okay.
So, okay. But even on quality, I'm still getting hyped because I haven't unlocked. You know what I mean? It's variable refresh. I don't have it locked or whatever. True, yeah. But I don't know how many frames I was getting. I wasn't counting. I could have put the little NVIDIA counter on. I didn't care for it, right? I just whatever. I'm just playing it because I'm just looking at how the experience, how it feels. Nothing happened to me during my small time playing it where anything was so jarring where it was like, oh my god, like big disconnect. I can't play it. What the fuck, broken game. That didn't happen yet. Then again, I haven't played enough. When I'm done with this podcast, you know what I'm going to do, right? Play more of this fucking game. And then I'll let you know. So it could be a to be determined. In your experience now, so that's my short experience on PC. Your experience on the Xbox. And you said you played roughly what? You said 16 hours?
About 16 hours, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's your experience been on the Xbox Series X?
Okay. First of all, I want to recommend to you, if you want a better experience, you need to add more glow sticks. That way your experience is a lot more seamless.
You've seen a picture of my PC and my fucking fans and my Razer large mat pad and my Razer keyboard and my Razer mouse. This is not sponsored you by Razer, but Razer, if you're listening.
If you're listening, Razer.
If you're listening, Razer, I'll take a very comfortable chair and whatever else you got, and an extra Viper mouse if you could spare one.
All right, so I was being short on my time. I'm looking at it's 1 day, 3 hours, 20 minutes. I have no life. I have no job.
Wait, I'm sorry. 1 day, 3 hours. You played 27 hours.
Yeah, 27 hours.
Okay, so you played.
Got no shame.
Okay, all right. I'm not judging. I'm just saying.
Well, it's a judge-free zone, but I get it. I get it if people's like, "Wow, you got no life." I get it. I got no life, and I'm proud of it. I embrace that. It's okay. I don't need to be ashamed of that. I'm a gamer, and when I tweet you guys that gaming is my life, I don't just talk about it. I am about that life. This is what I do. It's sad. Anyways, so 27 hours playing this game, right? Were you at the beginning of the game? No issues. It was solid. everything. And I'm playing on performance, by the way. And I'm playing on a monitor. I don't have VRR on my monitor. I'm playing on a monitor. There's no refresh on it, nothing. So I'm playing on a monitor.
Yep.
No, bells and whistles. I'm not your high end podcaster that's gonna sit here and tell you LG all the day and Samsung all day. I'm not that guy.
Right.
I play on a monitor, dual monitor, and one is my gaming, one is my social stuff. And as I'm playing and I'm progressing, I started noticing when you finish this level here and you open up the world to if I'm pronouncing this wrong, forgive me, Kobo.
Okay.
I am whatever that world is the hub world that you literally spend most of your game in.
Got it.
Most of the time of the game in, where you build the bar and the pub and all that. You got to bring people in, that kind of stuff. That's where I started noticing the quality side of it. Like it kind of felt muddy, like the colors were off and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I'm playing on a monitor, Series X. But the big, apart from frame rate, which there is an issue with frame rate, it gets choppy when you turn your camera too fast and there's a lot on your screen. It gets choppy, not to the point where it's unplayable for me. But I've had experience one instance where there was a save point, or whatever you call these things, where you meditate, your meditation point.
Meditation point.
There was one of them in this world where if I died and I loaded up into that meditation point, the whole world was dark.
Oh.
Nothing loaded in it, which is dark, pitch dark. I mean, the sounds are there. The stormtroopers hitting me or missing me because they suck at fucking shooting.
That's a stormtrooper for you. That's always been it's Star Wars stormtroopers.
Oh yeah. That was all there, but I didn't see nothing. It was just my character, lightsaber, and then pew 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 pew. That's all I was hearing, and then the banter, and only for that meditation. I'm like, oh what? So I had to reload the game. And you know me, tester cap on. I said, can I reproduce this? Yes, it was reproducing on that meditation point. Okay. I set the game again, and then I go to a different meditation point, and it literally brung up the world again. I'm like, oh, it's just that meditation point that's broken. Gotcha. Or unfinished, whatever you want to call it. Whatever the wording is, whatever the buzzword is for the
yeah.
Day. So apart from that, I haven't had a crash, and it's sad to say this, I haven't had a crash yet. But the game, my experience, I love Star Wars, so I would tolerate shit like that, and not just Star Wars, but like Gotham Knights.
Yeah.
Any game that I'm enjoying the gameplay loop on,
yep,
I can tolerate a little bit more of what's going on. I respect those who are out there like, I'm not playing this game because it's not what $70 for me is worth. I get that. I respect all that. But for me, the game has too many moments, and I just finished this long level yesterday. It's a long level. When you get there, you see what I'm talking about. It goes on. And
I felt that about the first level. I literally was like, "Yo, I'm so."
Bro,
I told my brother. I was like, "Yo, this." I said, "Yo, this." I said, "I'm still playing this first," and he was like, "Damn." He was like, "Really?" I said, "It's still going. I'm still.
Bro,
I haven't left
that
the
is,
yeah.
I know what level you're talking about, and I felt exactly the same. But when I got to this level last night, this other level that I'm talking about, I'm not gonna spoil it.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
It's a fantastic fucking level. Like, it goes on and on and on, and you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about when you get there. I mean, there's traversing, there's a lot of shit going on, but the way they ended that fucking level, Respawn did that. Like, I was the whole time I played that 5-minute whole thing, my mouth was wide open. My son is playing it too. He walked in the room and said, "Nope," walked right back. I goes, "I'm gonna go play it again now." He glimpsed it and was like, "What am I watching?"
I mean, I got those vibes. I'm sorry, like leaving, like when you leave Coruscant, like that ending cutscene, leaving Coruscant. Yes. I was like, "Oh nah, like that's fucking sick."
On another level.
That's sick. I'm like, because like I'm like, yo, Respawn, if you want to do a fucking anime for Disney Plus with Star Wars, like, yo, like what's up?
Inject this in my veins. I need an anime of this.
Like what's up? But I'll take more games. Like, yeah, because they definitely they get it. They're of the Dave Filoni. Like they might as well. Like maybe you never know. Maybe they're just having daily phone calls with Lucas.
Consulted.
That's what I'm saying.
I swear he did.
Like you just get that feeling. You're like, okay, no, they know what they're doing. Like with as far as story and feeling and vibes of Star Wars, it's there. It's present through and through. In the short time that I played it, even in the first game, it was present, but this even more so. It's well crafted. And this is also in a game too, and let's not forget this, and my brother made this really good point. 3 years. They turned this game around in 3 years. So, and I'm not saying that as that's why there are as many bugs and whatever as there are. All I'm saying
is they reuse some of the assets. I
Yeah.
get that, but this game is like it plays completely different from the first one.
Yeah, I honestly, and once again, the fact that you start off with basically how you kind of ended the
That
first,
part.
with Fallen Order, and then you kind of start off, with those abilities to, pull, push, and you have the double lightsaber made of like you're
And
just
they let you know you still got those powers. Like they full fledged because the game starts off with you in action
yeah,
with your powers. Like all they do is remind you of how to use them again because
exactly.
we let maybe play the last game a while ago. We
Yep.
don't know, but we're gonna refresh you a little bit. But you still got those powers, and they crank it way the fuck up, bro. Like it's like, yes, we know we did good and it was solid the first time around, but we're gonna take that and crank it up by 100. Like literally cranked it up, and they do a good job of making you feel the lightsaber combat, making you feel the lines they're talking, the relationships that are in the game.
Yes.
The payoffs from the first one to the second one, because there was a lot of us like, man, I wish this would have happened.
Yeah.
With these guys, with this person, and there's payoffs in this game.
That's really cool.
There's instances where it's like, oh yes, finally it happened.
Yep.
Like there's moment, and I'm telling you right now, Logic.
I was gonna say, I don't even want to know. Just that I am gonna play. I'm gonna play more of it this week.
The fucking scene that happened, it lasted 5 minutes, and my mouth was dropped, and I'm going, this is ridiculous. And it's like, remember back in the days where cutscenes were cutscenes, there was nothing you could do about them. Watch them.
Listen, I'm sorry, but I'm a massive fucking fan of MGS4 cutscenes. I sometimes go back to YouTube just to watch MGS4 as a complete fucking movie, all 9 hours of cutscenes in that game, but that's just me, and I'm a sick fan for Kojima. Not like Jeff Keighley sick, but like sick fan for Kojima. You know what I mean?
Kojima's practically married to the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, in his world,
I like Kojima, but I don't like. You know what I mean? I'm not Jeff, and I think that should that's the line.
100. You hit it right on the damn head, bro. That's you feel like Starkiller in this fucking game.
That's actually pretty dope.
They hit those vibes.
Even the little things, like in the beginning, like I don't want to spoil, but somebody maybe potentially gets hurt or dies, like towards the end of the first mission, and you just like look at Cal.
Felt it.
You look at Cal, and you're like, and then you see him, and it's like, oh, it's almost like an Anakin moment when like he found when his mom died, and it's like, oh shit. And it's like, and then you're thinking like, wait, is he still like kind of, because I understand, he's a light, like, you know what I mean? Like he's, using, the force and stuff like that, the light, but the dark side.
Sequel of this game to any other sequel in the trilogy, if they decide to go trilogy on this, I'm comparing this to the second Mass Effect. That arc.
Okay.
It's there, like it's literally at that arc. It's doom and gloom. It's happening. We're losing. What are we gonna do? Like, how are we gonna overcome this type of shit? The enemy shows up, and when you find out who the enemy is, you're like, oh, this is ridiculous, bro.
Right.
Like High Republic type shit, like hundreds and hundreds of years before or predated. All that is in this game. It's like,
okay, yeah. So I gotta get to that.
It's good. It's a solid game. Again, I can tolerate. I'm not dismissing the bug and the experiences other people have, but the experience is too much on this. The good experiences, the gameplay loop, and everything that comes with the Star Wars like world is all in this game, and I just cannot miss out on that. I understand that people just don't want to play 60. I get it. If you have a VRR, like kind of a monitor screen TV, I mean, you shouldn't notice it as much. I believe, Logic.
Yeah,
because it refreshes all the time. But it's a beautiful game. It's a beautiful world. The relationship, this guy and BD, like their relationship goes to a whole different level in this fucking game. It's just I love these two. Him and BD1, love it. The introduction of this new character, Bold, awesome. You meet him really early on in the game, so there's no spoilers there.
Yeah.
Awesome character. I just feel like they built. I'm being set up for some emotional fucking turn here.
Yeah.
It's like because their relationship is pretty dope. But I like that they didn't. Okay, so the first one there was relationships and everything, but in this one, like even the side mission, they don't even call them side missions. They call them like rumors.
Yep.
Is what they call the side missions, and it doesn't make you feel like you have to go out your way to get them, but when you do, they are literally embedded into the world, like the main story arc. So it's beneficial to do them, so you see more and flesh out more of the stuff. But at the same time, you don't have to do them, which is it's a beautiful balance that they did. But the game is just phenomenal, man. Again, short. That's the good. The bad is just I experienced that one, the what do you call that again? The prayer thing when you save your game.
The meditation spot, yeah.
The meditation point. That's the one thing I experienced there, and I think I'm not sure. Oh, it wasn't a crash. It was because I'm in that preview build bullshit. So
I got you.
it gave me the whole, oh, it's time to upload the new update for your Xbox. But the beautiful thing about that is that when it came back from the upload, quick resume kicked in, and it literally I didn't lose nothing. I was still in the air jumping.
Oh, that's dope.
Like when I came back to the game, I was like, oh, this is fucking. Oh, okay, this is dope.
Yep.
Like it took me away from the game to do the preview build upload thing. But then when that was done and said and over with, it literally, I loaded up the game again. I was still in midair jumping because I was jumping at the time. Still in midair jumping, and a quick resume from there. I'm like, oh, this is fucking, what the hell, black magic. But when quick resume works, it works, man.
Nice.
Yeah. So, as far as recommendation, we don't do scores.
I don't really. Yeah, it's not like something. Yeah, we don't. I'm not really, scoring like that. But honestly, from the little bit I played, I'm having fun. I mean, and I did write in the here, like in the title, I put early impressions because that's what it is. Like, I mean, I know I say early, and you fucking played 27 hours, but
but it's not 27 hours of the game.
Yeah.
Okay, chat. It's not that I played 27 hours of the game progression. I played 27 hours because I was still in the first planet when you leave, Coruscant. When you leave that planet, you go to your hub world. That's where I was at for most of my time. Yeah. Because I'm literally looking for my shards. I'm looking to upgrade my weapons, and I'm doing all that stuff.
Right.
So, and shout out to my dudes, my gamers who play the game on story mode and don't want the challenge. You guys are
well. Listen, I said that too. I said that as well too. Let me see if I can actually bring it back real quick because I'm telling. I don't give a fuck. I'm telling. So there's a little thing here. Okay, I don't know if anybody's aware, but if you're watching a streamer play this game, okay, and whatever. Like, listen, first playthroughs in games like this, especially single player games, I don't like to, just go ham with difficulty like that. I don't mind. I like to just, I don't mind a little bit of a challenge, but I want to experience the game, and then I'll go back on a higher difficulty to do higher difficulty versions to get more out of it. But I like kind of playing through the story.
It does depend on the game, though. It does depend on the game.
It also
like,
depends
a game
on
like
the game.
Star Wars, that's about story, and you're gonna get that story. Yeah. Yes, I want to experience that.
So in the bottom right corner, or excuse me, bottom left corner, where your lightsaber is, there's a tiny little dot. I don't know if it's translating as much. My dot is on the top.
It's there,
very
but it's
little.
It's
right above the lightsaber on the right side. So depending on the position of the dot or how many dots are on the screen in that lower left corner determines what difficulty you're on. So you could tell, it tells you that in the first part, depending, and you could always switch your difficulty, but whatever difficulty you select, it shows how many dots are being shown or the type of dot that's being shown. So you could actually tell what a person is playing on. So if they try to tell you like, oh yeah, I'm playing on the hardest difficulty level, and then you just see how many dots they have, you call them out if they're not. So yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm telling. I'm telling. I don't care.
Yobi over here talking about Grandmaster. Shout out to you too, man. I don't shame anybody on difficulty. If you want the challenge, go for the challenge. If you don't, you don't.
100%.
Listen, I played Elden Ring, so I know about challenge. So it is what it is. But if the game allows me to experience it, really like if I want to experience the game in whatever. Look, at this point, it's just accessibility, right? I'm saying that wrong. Accessibility.
Yeah.
Accessibility. Am I saying that right?
Accessibility. Yeah.
Accessibility. At this point, it's like, what do you want to play it in? Play it that way. I embrace all types of difficulty. I'll play it on hard, easy, whatever. I've done games where I'll play the first playthrough on hard and then come back and clean it up on easy. Clean up the achievements on easy. I'll do that type of stuff. But with this game, it's Star Wars, man. I want that story, and that's what's important to me in these type of games. So whatever, and shout out to them adding all these options to it. Like, and I'm gonna say options from now on because I can't say other word. But shout out to them putting like no fall damage, vision for the vision impaired. If you want like it to display where's your next mission to go to, which I turned that on too.
Navigation points and stuff like that. Yeah.
I don't want to progress without me finishing out that area.
Yep.
So shout out to the devs for doing that kind of stuff and thinking like that, man. But yeah, if whatever difficulty you played on, Logic called it out. Right next to the health, like above the lightsaber, to the right of the number 1 of the health, you see one dot.
Yeah, so I'm playing on whatever the second. It's at the story mode one. It's on the next one. So whatever that one is. Yeah,
I think it's like 4 to 5 dots. So 1, 2, whatever dot, however many dots you got, it scales up.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's what I'm on. Dragon or Yobi says I'm on a laptop playing it, and man, I want to feel like a Jedi. I regret it. You can always change it. No, you can change it. You don't. It doesn't lock you in.
Yeah.
You can change it at any point
And
in
I
the
don't
game.
know what it does as far as
It
like
doesn't load out.
and then as far
No,
as like
it
achievements
does
or
not
whatever.
load you out. Oh, and achievements,
I
they
don't know
still
if that gets
pop.
affected. Yeah.
No, they still pop. They still pop. And the moment I see, because I'm the achievement guy, I look at the list of it. The moment I don't see a difficulty achievement, guess what I'm doing? You're gonna get all the way lower down, bro. Like if there's no achievement,
Yeah.
achievement for difficulty, yeah, you're going all the way down, buddy. Whatever the lowest is, we're doing that.
That's right. Chivos.
There was a time where developers will like penalize you for lowering down the difficulties, or even or turning on any of the options that help you.
Yes.
Like throughout the game, where they penalize you where you don't get achievement. You could do this, but you won't pop an achievement. I'm glad they changed that mind frame, because that's kind of lame. It's like, why are you preventing me from experiencing the game the way I want to experience it and still get rewarded for it?
Yep.
Like, I still want to be rewarded for it. So yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got. I'm gonna we'll come back to it as I play more. We might check back in instead of like just being like a topic, whatever. I mean, there's a chance we both have it beaten by this the next pod, so we'll definitely check.
I want to say that, but I can't commit to that because there's a lot that's in this game I want to do.
I mean, and there's also New Game Plus. There's what I mean. There's a lot of stuff.
And it has day one. Yeah, it has New Game Plus day one. It's not like post.
So. I definitely see it, but I definitely was having fun playing it. I'm excited to play more of it as well too.
Awesome game. For now, we'll stick a pin in it as Logic plays through, and I played through with it. But I'm definitely looking forward to having that conversation with you on the level that
yes.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be other levels that's going to top that one, but the level I played, I really want to have that conversation. That thing was phenomenal. All right, listen, as far as spoilers go, we've always been about the whole 2 weeks thing, so we won't spoil shit out until like we feel
at least enough people know about it or don't care about it, and we'll always say in the beginning too. We'll let people know.
So that's Star Wars. If you're a Star Wars fan or not a Star Wars fan, play the game for what it is. It is a really solid game. If you're waiting for a post patch for the 60 frames performance or whatever, do that too if you want to. It's all good. Everybody's opinion is valid. Just don't be toxic about it, please.
Yeah.
So that's just about it.
Hell yeah.
Hey, we got to that topic without being assholes. I like that.
You think we could do that for the next topic?
Do we really got to talk about this?
No, but I put it down, so yes.
You really want to hurt me?
Nah, I mean... Wasn't that Wedding Singer?
No, that's Boy... Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know it's it's Boy George, but yeah.
but yes, was it Wedding Singer? Oh shit! Look, Master Chief got a game. It's called Halo from Fortnite.
Oh my
That's God. That moment, like, oh look, it's the guy from Fortnite.
Yeah, it's the guy from Fortnite. The fuck.
Yeah, but no, it's Boy George. Yes, and it was. Oh, by the way, Dodgeball 2 is being made.
Oh God.
Dodgeball 2, baby, and it literally continues off like the win they did at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Years later, are you really gonna continue off of that? These dudes are older.
Ouch.
Like a lot older.
Seeing them run around a dodgeball court, that's gonna be pretty funny, actually.
I'm not totally convinced it's like exactly right from the ending of that. I think it's gonna be like a time jump, and they'll show it again, and then they've been living that win for years.
Yeah.
And they can't, and they don't like some other young squad. It's like, oh, we'll take you down, or whatever. They get the old people back together and that type of shit. That's what I think it's gonna be.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
All right. So here's the thing. All right. Here's the thing.
MSFT, which is mother suckers for time, and ABK, which is assholes be kinging.
Okay. All right. That's a little toxic. That's good though.
Freestyle.
A little toxic. All right. Microsoft and Activision, King Blizzard update. We talked about this earlier in the week, actually off topic, and this is a little we'll pull back the curtains a little bit moment here. We almost made it a point when we were talking to each other, and I'm just explaining this to anybody listening now and people that are listening on audio. Shout out to audio listeners as well too, and anybody listening on the replay. We were literally gonna time. I had a stopwatch. I was gonna put live on the screen, and I was gonna give.
No, we spoke about that.
I literally, and I was, and we almost agreed on just having like a minute and a half or 2 minutes per person, just to be real quick, or I was going to introduce the topic, and then we were just going to have like a minute and a half or 2 minutes to talk about it, and then that's it, go next. Because honestly, it's like at this point, everybody's
It's
got their
over.
own like
It's
opinions on it.
overdone.
I mean, I'm ready. I'm also I think I am of the mindset now where it's like I'm ready for it to be out of the news cycle. I think there are people that once again talk out of their ass and they don't know what they're talking about. I think there are other people that take things that
Unfortunately, that's going to continue, not just with this thing, but with just anything when it comes to, I don't know. It just feels like um, there's 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 the repeat mode that's happening with this conversation, right?
yeah.
If you are into pods and you're listening to different pods, it's like repeat mode. It feels like everybody's just at this point repeating themselves. And then finding unsung heroes in the community that, or in the PR world, was like, oh, you see, she said this, I'd stand for that, without even, and I've said this before, without even looking into what that person really stands for, that kind of thing. But it's just one of those things where you're even gonna get headlines that's like misleading with the whole it's delayed. This deal is delayed.
Yes.
No, it's blocked. It ain't delayed. It got
Yeah,
blocked.
it got blocked in the UK. It also doesn't mean that they can't still push it through, because it just means that they wouldn't be able to operate in the UK. But people don't see that aspect, because then you have other people come out and saying like Microsoft will never give up the UK audience, and then you're like, well, wait a second.
When I see stuff like that, I have to research. I have to see what is the impact MS has over in the UK.
Yeah, and we're just talking about.
I also got to put on my. I'm an American, so I can't assume what the UK economics are.
Exactly.
I can't do that. First of all, I didn't go to school for economics, so I failed that fucking class hard. What is it? Economics 101. I failed the shit out of it. I failed math, bro. I failed fucking regular math. 1 + 1 = 3. How about that?
Well, thank God we've been able to count to 84, huh?
Well, at least that 84. And somebody's gonna check me on that. I probably skipped a couple. Who the fuck knows?
That's fucked up.
But no, it's one of those things. Was like when it's out of my. I'm a gamer. We're game. And I repeat this a lot. I'm a gamer, and I stick to that lane. I am not going to sit here, or we're not going to sit here and preach to you guys the numbers and how deals work and who's in the board meeting and who's what. And
we did it, and we did it. And listen, I'm not going to sit here and be like, we try to have those type of
early
conversations.
on, we did.
And that's
very
okay.
Early on.
And that's okay too. And it's not like, it's not like to no avail or whatever. It's like, I think the people during those podcasts were appreciative of, but it's one way or another. It's like, we want it selfishly, and I know we've stated this, but we want this deal selfishly to go through because we want more games accessible on Game Pass. We are Game Pass subscribers. We would like to have more games accessible on Game Pass without having to pay for said games. At least that's my take on it. I believe that's your take on it as well too. And that's it. There are many other reasons why other people would either want it to go through or not want it to go through. I don't personally care about those. I don't care. I care about
that's when the conversation becomes not about gaming.
Right.
It's more about feelings. Like, oh, it should go through. Like, let's disregard what this is all about and let's just bypass all that. And I went to school for all of this stuff, so I know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
I think the only person I really listen to in the space when it comes to this is Hoglaw.
Like, to a certain extent, actually, to a certain extent, because it still sounds like it's still a little biased. Because he still has some biases towards Microsoft. I think
you gotta play to the crowd. You know how the game works.
Sure, because impressions and clicks and anything like that. But
he may not be the fanboy that we all think he is, but he's playing to the crowd. He wants you guys to go there, like anybody like us. We want you to come in here. We're gonna talk. What are we gonna that's how the game works. So to a certain extent, Hoglaw I listen to it because he comes at it from a legal point, from that perspective of what does it mean that this happened?
Yep.
Okay, now I understand. And then I go off and do my research because I'm still my own person with my own brain, and I gotta do my own research.
Exactly.
But I'm not gonna sit here. We're not gonna sit here and just hit you over the head with numbers and who's about what life and they should do this and they should do that. No, they should. They're the business.
Yeah.
I'm the consumer.
So to sum it up. The deal's been blocked in the UK by the CMA. It's now going to the CAT. Okay, it's like a tribunal.
Right. It's not an arbitrator, right? It's just something else.
Tribunal. Then they got towards the end of May. The FTC has, I think, at the end of May or something like that, to put their thing in. And then, they're fighting it in court as well too. There's no actual time. I mean, some people said, "Oh, it's going to be 3 years for the UK thing." The CAT could technically overturn it as soon as they get it. And just reverse the decision automatically, like literally, and just say that the CMA has no grounds. But I'm not going to go once again. Like there's many different outcomes, decisions that could happen. Microsoft, they came out and they basically, Activision came out and said, nope, we still want to go through. Microsoft came through. And then the only other thing that we're going to report on in regards to this today is that in response to the CMA blocking them on the basis of, and I guess this is where we could really say too, on the basis of Microsoft having like basically a monopoly in cloud gaming is what they're claiming, and that like by their acquisition of Activision it would just make it like non-competitive like for anybody else. And
Right.
Nvidia came out and said, well, that's bullshit.
I love that one.
Yeah,
Nvidia was like, by the way, no bullshit.
Yeah, so Nvidia, real quick. So GeForce Now and other cloud gaming providers stand to gain an even deeper catalog of games if Microsoft acquisition of Activision is completed. We see this as a benefit to cloud gaming and hope for a positive resolution. Boom. The CMA also, in their decision, left open the opportunities for it to be remedied before it even gets to court. So Microsoft comes up with a certain,
funny how that part was left out.
Certain remedies
that
still,
part was left out by the
exactly,
community.
with certain remedies, they could still head off all of this court shit. It could still be rectified. Cool. And they ended up picking up Enware, which is one of the bigger cloud gaming platforms.
Well, that happened like overnight too. Like,
yeah, literally, like it's
like,
it almost made me think like
the time zones obviously.
Yeah.
The morning was already over. The day already started over there, so that makes sense.
Yeah, so right here, Microsoft European Cloud Gaming Platform Enware have signed 10-year agreement on the statement here. Microsoft European Cloud Gaming Platform Enware have signed a 10-year agreement to stream PC games built by Xbox on its platform, as well as Activision Blizzard. So here's the difference. We've seen now in other reports, right? Every time that something like this comes out, like, oh, Nintendo, 10-year deal for Call of Duty. Oh, fucking Nvidia 10-year deal for Call of Duty,
and the smaller ones.
Yeah, everything and all the small and everything's been Call of Duty. This is one of the
Bolsteroid, I think, is another one that Timber says.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, them as well too. But a lot of those are referencing Call of Duty directly. Since now the conversation has switched from okay, we don't care about Call of Duty anymore. Now we care about cloud. Now it's so basically stream PC games built by Xbox on its platform as well as Activision Blizzard titles after completing acquisition closes. They're no longer referring to Call of Duty specifically. They're now just broadening the title, just being like, no, any games that comes out from Xbox Gaming Studios. So that would be any Bethesda games, any Activision Blizzard games, and anything straight from Xbox directly.
Anything from Xbox Studios
will be open and available to these other cloud services. While it's still early for an emerging cloud segment in gaming, this new partnership combined with our other recent commitments will make more popular games available on more cloud streaming services, cloud game streaming services than they are today. Google, after all this too, I mean, they're not saying it publicly, but they're kicking themselves for fucking shutting down. They have to be at this point.
They gotta be at this point going, fuck me. Damn.
Yeah, you kind of have to be at this point, right? Because Microsoft would have gave you fucking the world if you just hung out there a little bit longer. But, what are you going to do? So that was their response. And that's pretty much where we're at. And then we'll go forward. And then, once again, we're not going to go into the back and forth in the discourse. A lot of people are doing it for the impressions and everything like that. That's great. That's cool. We're just going to kind of give you the news on it.
The important part there is that they left concessions for Microsoft to
fix it,
adhere to, to fix it.
Yeah.
We blocked it, but here's what you got that we need you to fix. And I think one of them was that the cloud deals, even though it looks good on paper, looking at the details, that they are keeping 100% of the revenue. Any games that pop in on these smaller things, so they got to fix that.
Yes,
I mean, at least because I think the average market share, split shares, 30% them and then 70% us, kind of thing, and us meaning Microsoft.
Us, yes.
Fixing that. I think you sent me this. What's his name? Michael Pachter.
Yes.
Take him with a grain of salt, please do.
Yep.
But he was mentioning things like I guess not increasing the price of Game Pass.
Yeah.
Which I can see Microsoft, if that is real, I can see Microsoft going, yeah, no problem, because Microsoft Office has not moved the price in years.
Yeah,
they make up their volume on that. So it's like
right. So because if you look at other cloud services that they offer, Microsoft Office and just Windows in general, essentially, they've been able to kind of stick with a similar price or the same price now throughout, and that's with consumers and even in enterprise, which is business dealings as well too. Mm-hmm. Just because of saturation, because it's not necessarily how much they charge per unit, it's how many people are paying for said unit.
Well, we spoke about this. The metric is no longer how many sales a copy makes anymore. Now it's how many downloads is happening, and out of those downloads, who's actually engaging.
exactly.
That's metric now. That's part of the metric. It's
as long as the numbers still say that, you know, hey, we increased our subscribers from, you know, X month to Y month, you know what I mean? Like, that's what's going to matter at the end of the day, because that's the consistent revenue stream that they're talking about, you know, that subscription service. And we know that's the game that they want to play. So, yeah, so that's pretty much where we're at with that.
And that's what you're going to get with us when it comes to this deal. I'm like you. I'm just whatever. But at the end of the day, we want it. But if it doesn't happen,
it's like, it's not. Once again, it's not. Okay, what do you think? I'm not buying fucking Diablo. It's like, no, I would
still buying games.
Still buying. I'm still buying. More than likely, still gonna buy a
more likely Call of Duty is gonna happen. No matter how much I say.
Fucking Diablo. You know what I'm saying?
Call of Duty, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. It's fuck Call of Duty, but we're still probably gonna end up buying it.
People are still gonna be playing WoW and StarCraft and all that. Like whatever comes out of that studio is gonna be happening. So
exactly.
It doesn't change my wallet. I'm still gonna purchase my games because at the end of the day, guess what I am? I'm a gamer.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So it's copium, but you know that's fine, right? It's copium.
It's copium at this point. It's copium,
but that's fine.
You know, just don't make it your personality, people. It is not that serious.
No.
It's business doing business. You know. But yeah, we got to that. Good.
Yeah.
I'm over it. Like until next time with that topic. Hopefully, it's like in another 8 months or whatever.
Nah, it'll literally be next week.
No, I mean like the whole, you know, they moved an inch. Look, they put a new letter on the contract. And shit.
Yeah. The only time we're breaking in is when the deal, like if and when the deal closes.
We chime in when it, yes.
Like literally, like if and when, like it's like literally, you will see a podcast that day. Sorry, just saying it right now.
Yeah.
There will literally be a podcast. There will be an emergency podcast.
I'm starting to think I'm gonna start doing Twitter Spaces, and Discord's gonna be full of fucking just all this shit just to see who tunes in. Nah, I ain't about that life. I'm good.
All right, so moving off from
now we up to
Microsoft,
the and more.
The and more section. So there's a couple of things I kind of wanted to touch on real quick. First thing, this trailer came out. So
what is this?
So as you can see at the top left corner, Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. So I'm gonna put the volume up a little bit actually. Dude, I'm telling you this right now, I got the only Mobile Suit Gundam vibes. From like I did.
Same.
I really did. By the way, I don't know if this, when YouTube doesn't say 60, that means that the trailer is what, 30? Assuming it's at least at 30 FPS, right?
I would assume if
can we just not guess and just hit stats?
At this point, just watch and just
it's right here. It's no, right here. I'm a nerd. So guys, you can't see this, or maybe you can, but
no, we can.
Okay, so it's 2K 2560 by 1440. That's 2K or 1440p at 30 FPS right here. So listen, for a 30 frame fucking trailer, just saying. Now, at least they're showing, you know what I mean? So they're showing 30 frame gameplay. That's looking pretty good for 30 frames. Just gonna make that fucking point real quick. But, you know, whatever. I digress.
No, this looks good though. Very, very surprised.
Dude, this right here, like, does this not look like a Mobile Suit Gundam anime?
Of course. What I'm surprised about is that this was just announced on the award show last year from Jeff Keighley. Like, what was that, December? Right? And this is the next information we got from that point to now. 6 months, no, was it 4 months?
Yeah.
And we're getting a date, not like later this year, not next year, not to be announced. August 28th.
Yeah.
Makes me nervous.
I mean, they said this year. Remember, we saw on the Jeff Keighley, it was just 2023, and we were like, holy shit. Right, and then it was like, oh no, August 2023. But nervous, but it's like, listen, they had this in the bag from what this, I mean, this looks like it can come out now. The fucking game's probably gold. I'm just saying. I mean, right now, they're polishing.
One thing I appreciate for developers, if they can do this more often in this age, is to put like announce you got something coming like they did with this game, right? It was announced for the 2023 window.
Yep.
Put your heads down. Work on the damn game.
Yep.
Don't say shit about it until you are ready to launch this game months from now. And literally, it's what they're doing. They put their heads down. Who knows how long they've been working? They've been working probably for quite some time. Because what we're seeing here on screen, this is not, we just started making this a year or two ago.
Yo, look at these boss fights.
Bro,
yo, look at
boss fights.
Well, I
crashed
just
out.
lowered the volume real quick, and I meant to like go back in frames. Like,
This
I
is
mean,
cracked out.
I don't
And,
even know if they're
yeah,
all boss
obviously
fights or
it
they're
is another
just big
team, yeah.
like that. This is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and your brother saying it's not the Elden Ring developers, it's different in-house developer that was working on this while
Right.
Elden Ring's probably being made.
Right, that's what I mean. So different,
whoever's
so
working
another
on it.
team. So I'm not even trying to be like, yo, this is B team. Like this is fucking, I don't know yet, but this looks.
This is a side team. Like this is still the A team,
right?
but on the side, like
yeah,
low key, we're good too. Watch
Elden
this.
Ring might be A++, right, or S tier, right? Or they could be S, right? Elden Ring S tier, right? We'll do that if we're grading. Fucking, this is looking A++ team straight up.
Yep. So for Armored Core fans, this is right around the corner, August 25th. Perfect date to me. There's nothing really around that date. But it's being made from the team. It's a different team, but from software, the Elden Ring team and all the Souls-like games. But it looks like it's like a side team that's making this game. But it looks complete to me. I mean, we've said this many times about the game, but it does look complete to me. It looks like they've been working on it for quite some time, and it is being going to launch on all systems, current and last.
Look at this.
Holy shit! Stop it. Gundam.
32 centimeter figurine with the
fucking Gundam
garage. Yo.
Oh, I wonder. Wait, hold on. Is that like? That's a figurine. Imagine they would have gave us with this premium edition the shit you built yourself. Like remember back in the day, you used to build the little car models.
Like a model.
Yeah,
like
model. There you go.
Shit.
That would be awesome.
Nah, but this is crazy.
Let me build and painted and sticker it myself.
Woo. This is crazy. See, that's what I mean. Like, you see a game like this, and then it's like, damn, remember Mech Assault back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Well, there you go. That's that fix that you guys wanted with Battlefield. You're going to get it with that.
I think so.
Not really, but yeah.
Yeah, but especially if this plays like, I mean, and once again, I don't know, like, and somebody in the chat, including my brother, correct me if I'm wrong, like, it's not, because I don't remember playing Armored Core originally, like, older. I know some people have.
It's an older franchise.
Oh, right. So, like,
so memories you have of it might be, like, really, really out there.
Right,
Like,
so
you have to really think hard.
Is it supposed to play... So here, so what my brothers are saying here, what Draven said, the director of this game, who is this?
Masaru Yamamura, yeah.
Yeah, he was lead designer on Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. So, but if this is Sekiro
that
with fucking with
I gotta get that game.
Like I'm with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, one, it's mechs, and I love anything technology. Like all this shit is just like, oh word, I can fly around. I got like a laser cannon. I got like a sword, energy sword. Like I'm there.
Well, what I like about mech games that it's its own timeline, its own universe. It's not like it's a future that you can think of, or it's a past you can think. No, this is its own world, but like.
But probably this is gonna be like on some like political drama type shit too. It's like I'm all there for the story too. Like
what is it nowadays? Everything's political nowadays.
I know, but that's what's really good about. But like the fact that because that's literally like Mobile Suit Gundam animes have literally all been about like these political like dramas and shit. I love
fighting the regime and
like Gundam Wing. Fucking love Gundam Wing. One of my favorite animes of all time. Love Gundam Wing. But this is like this is the vibes that I get from that, but just from like a game. Like this is crazy. You know,
I wonder if it's gonna have online.
Ooh, imagine like a co-op. It would have
I'm fine with keeping the single player. I'm fine with them keeping if that's the route they're going. But imagine online component to this.
Shit.
And I'm talking about like not just co-op. I'm talking about full on mech fucking battles. On a 6v6 or whatever.
So look, traditionally Armored Core is level based, not open world. So that's another thing.
Titanfall, remember that shit? Ooh!
Yeah, no, exactly. But that's what I mean though. Like I like shit like that. I want shit like that. So that's why like this interests me a lot. I don't normally get interested by single player games, but this really interests me.
Mm-hmm. Obviously we want to see more, but it's interesting that it's like what we May tomorrow, June, July.
Yeah, we're May tomorrow, June, July. We're literally 3 months away.
Bro, you blink and it's there, and it's not like we're dry in games. Like we got games coming out between here and then.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, for this fucking week, and then you got the showcase in June.
You got Zelda in a week. You got Redfall. You got Redfall.
Zelda, bro. Let me tell you how Zelda is.
We're gonna talk about that too, because but we might as well end more while I still show this. So what else did I want to say? Because Zelda. Okay, yeah, we can talk about Zelda. Yo, people are getting their fucking consoles. You saw that?
Yeah. Some things look nice.
So and
Zelda,
and talking about Zelda though, it's like there was a report that came out, and I think I might be able to pull it up from Draven. I think he put it in the group chat as well too. Give me a second while I look for this. But I can still talk while I'm doing it. But basically, what it said was like, yeah, Nintendo. We can talk about this. Nintendo, Gamescom.
Gotta be careful because Nintendo be out.
No. Listen, we're just saying Nintendo. I'm not saying like, I'm not gonna like. This is when I need one of those like bleep things, whatever, so I could just, censor myself. But no, we're not saying anything bad about Nintendo. Anyway, it wouldn't matter because they don't do that anyway. But yeah, whatever. Nintendo Gamescom, right? Gamescom or Gamescon? I always forget.
I think it's Con.
No, it's Con.
No.
Yeah, here it is. I got it. We're good. Here we go. Nintendo will make a rare, surprising appearance at Gamescom 2023, and it may foreshadow a new Nintendo game reveal after Pikmin 4. I mean, yay, but also too, it's like, yo, can we get like a new console announcement? No, maybe no.
I mean, they haven't been. I think it's been. They reported 4 years since the last time they were at Gamescom. So for them to say we're going to Gamescom, yeah, obviously they're going to show off.
It's in Germany.
A big title.
Yeah,
but it's in Germany. It's the international market. Why are you there? Like, they before even E3 got canceled, they already had said they're not going to be at it anyways. Yeah. But Gamescom, you're going to be there. It's like, and I mean,
and this is after Zelda. So what do they have to?
After Zelda.
What are they showing?
What are you going to show us? Is it a new a brand new IP or something we've been like waiting for from them? Is it a console, newer console? It could be anything at this point, but I will tone that back a little bit because your brother always reminds us Nintendo could like literally show us like nothing. It could be one game and that's it.
I know, but we're gonna be a fun podcast right now, and we're gonna actually talk about the what ifs real quick because I like dealing with the what ifs sometimes. So let's think about a what if for a second. If you, let's just say hypothetically speaking, in August, towards the end of August, they announce a new game console. Is it another portable console or is it a home console? Or is it a fucking like an upgraded like DS?
It's hard to say because it's hard to say. Here's why for me.
Or what would you want? I should say maybe. Or what would you want?
With the OLED, right? They've come out the OLED.
Yeah.
So that's like their upgraded screen, and I don't know if the hardware got upgraded, minorly, but they came out the OLED already. That's like the Switch Plus, right?
Right.
I call it Switch Plus.
Yeah.
And then you have now the market being about to be flooded with handheld devices. With Asus already mentioning now their handheld.
That's all because of Steam Deck, obviously.
Right, the deck being out there. So with the Switch being a handheld for so long now, well, it's natively handheld, but you could hook it up to your TV.
Yes.
Will they want to go that route again? But we've also talked about this in our chats. It's like one of those things where it's like if I feel like whatever they come out with, if it is a new console, it's still going to be dated technology to the point where I almost feel like the reasons why their games come out phenomenal. Yeah. Obviously, the hardware is dated, quote unquote. But I honestly think that they have these conversations really, really early on in the cycles of consoles talk that they're going to come out with, so that their developers of their first party titles are already working on this technology, so they could get really comfortable with it. And they have like these workshops, these kind of things. So whatever they come out with will be phenomenal regardless. I don't know what kind of model they'll come out with in this. Because remember, Nintendo doesn't follow; they create. They don't follow the rabbit down the hole. They create their own space.
Yeah,
and they play by their own music. They don't go out there saying, "Oh, next gen, we got that too," or "You want that Call of Duty? We got that too." Even though the 10-year deal is happening, but whatever they come out with, you have to believe that because they reached that agreement with Microsoft on the COD being on their fucking platform, that's something that's relevant that can run that game comes out next. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at with that. As to far what it might be, handheld again or just native console, I don't know. The last time they did a console was the Wii U, and we all know what the fuck that turned out to be. Well, it was the Wii.
Well, remember the Wii U was just it was the test balloon for the Switch.
It was a test balloon for the Switch because all it was the Wii with a tablet on it. So.
But I'm wondering if they're gutsy enough because remember when the Switch launched, Switch launched with Breath of the Wild, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And remember, they also put Breath of the Wild on the Wii U. So
yes.
that's why I was able to fucking play it. Okay.
Yes.
shout out to Simu. Shout out to Simu and emulation. Not, you know, definitely not sponsored. But anyways.
Yeah, definitely not sponsored.
No. But so it's like, can I see a world where they're like, I mean, because you would have heard something, right? That's another thing too. Or maybe when we get closer, maybe we hear the rumblings.
Not when that's the thing. Not
like,
when Nintendo, they keep
yeah.
shit so close to. Literally, your brother even corrected me because I was like, they usually do like the directs. They'll announce it a week early and then come on. Your brother's like, nah, try 2-3 days before it actually happening. The direct, like they'll be like this Thursday or this Tuesday direct. Like wow, like it'll come out of nowhere, and we don't like. Again, Nintendo marches to their own tune. They don't play by the normal game of the gaming world. They don't play that game. They don't announce shit years in advance, months in advance, not even weeks in advance. They do shit. I think this is the first time we got something announced weeks in advance in a long time by them, especially something like a showcase. Like it's not. That's why it got me thinking shit for Nintendo to come out and say, "Hey, we're doing something months from now." But at Gamescom, I'm going, "What do you got?"
Or the people, or for them to tell Gamescom, like, to confirm, because that's another thing too. It's like Gamescom got the nod to be like, "Yo, we could tell people that Nintendo's going to be here," especially when after hearing like, "Yo, E3 dead," right? So now we got Jeff Keighley Summer Game Fest, and then a month later, it's like, "Yo, by the way, Nintendo's coming to Europe," and then everybody's like, "Well, why the fuck are they going to Europe?" You know what I mean? Like, and especially with a company that doesn't like, you know, to just be out there and be like, "Hey, here's what we're gonna do," and tell you our plans. And you know, here's
they've been having the directs. They like controlling their narrative. They like controlling their stories, their news. It's them controlling it. For them to go put it in somebody else's hand, third party, to go, "Hey, we're gonna announce it on your platform."
Right, and that's why I opened the floor.
I'm almost thinking Gamescom was like, "Bro, you coming or not? Like, we gotta know this now because we're planning the marketing around it."
Yeah,
you know,
true. But then again, like, remember, if they told them a week before Gamescom, like, "Hey, like, we're showing up," Gamescom would have been like, "All right, cool."
Boot somebody the fuck out, yo. You get out.
Yeah. It's like somebody was losing their floor space. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like, the fuck. It's like,
imagine
what? The
Gamescom, we got a booth.
Yeah, the booth babes and whoever the fuck else gotta go. Sega, you gotta
Bro, could you imagine that? Yo, Logic, we got a booth space at Gamescom. We in there, and then like fucking Gamescom email, not even calls us. They text us.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, Nintendo's coming. We're taking your space.
Yeah. They needed space for their booth.
Please adhere to the refund policy.
Yeah. Jesus.
Funny shit. It'll be good though. Whatever. I mean, because again, man, they that like even with Zelda, man, that thing is voodoo magic. I swear to God, it is, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit they doing in that game with the hardware they're using it on is ridiculous. But see, that's your developers knowing what they're working on. That's keeping shit in house, first party, you know.
Yeah, and then also too it's been, I think it's gonna be 6 years now between Zelda games.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know,
and they're not interested in like, and this is not a rib on them or nothing, but they're not interested in the visual upgrades or anything. They're more interested in gameplay loop, which I'm okay with that. Yep. Like they took Zelda Breath of the Wild and they made this game coming out, and it's like, I'll say with Star Wars times 100. Like I will say this over and over again: the fact that you dove from Skyworld into the regular world below you, and there was no load screen, seamlessly going from sky to ground with like barely any pop. I didn't even see a pop in of anything of any sort. Yeah. You know, but landing there and now you're on the ground and that combat is happening, it's crazy.
No, Zelda's about to be lit, man. I'm telling you. I'm getting a Switch. I'm biting the bullet.
I believe people are getting the Zelda Switches. That's crazy.
Shit. I was like, I'm wondering, like, if they got a physical version, because I don't know if those Switches actually came with the digital version of Tears or a physical version.
I don't know what does Nintendo stand these days with digital shit.
No, I mean they're pretty good on it.
They're weird about that. Like they'll release a digital version and then like weeks later, like, oh, it's gonna be pulled off the market forever. Like,
well, they did that. Yeah, they did that actually. I know with certain games and stuff.
Listen, they control. Like they are in full control of what they do with their shit, and it works for them. It literally works for them. Okay. Like you can sit there and gripe all day, going, "Why it's digital? Why are you pulling it off?" Well, because they're Nintendo. They can do that. And they will do that. That's what they do. It's how they build their library up. It's how they build their portfolio, their stock, all that. It's just it's one of those things where if you find one of those games they pulled, in the wild, it's like, oh shit, I gotta get that because it's gonna be worth that buy.
You see what's on
What's Dr.
screen?
Lupo saying? Next gen Nintendo consoles will include aim. You gotta warn me, bro. You gotta warn me.
I'll read it. Dr. Lupo, next gen. This is based on Diane tweet here. Nintendo would be smart for their next generation to stick with the Switch format. I'd love to see a Switch successor to that. One is 1080p and handheld. Two has a new NVIDIA chipset that's capable of DLSS 3 and frame generation, not an unrealistic scenario. Three has tiers of docks that include iGPUs for higher performance while docked. This was the base model stays cheap. So like having like the Switch Lite that you could get without a dock, and if you want a dock, you could buy a version with the dock. When you dock it, the dock has more processing power. So you get better graphics when plugged into the TV versus going
should be a thing,
because
actually.
you're powered in. That should definitely be a thing, 100%. And folks who want higher res frames can get it, and they can milk the generation longer without suffering too bad in performance. That's a cool idea, So then I'll go back to Lupo right here.
Yeah, I'll read Lupo.
Okay.
All right. Next gen Nintendo. This is what Lupo's reply was to that. Next gen Nintendo console will include anal beads for instant vibration feedback during gameplay, a credit card slot on each side of the console, and an automated gun turret in case of DMCA claims. That's accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's accurate. Yeah, that's Lupo's response. That was hilarious, by the way.
Yeah.
Funny. Fucking Lupo. Is he still on his break? Oh, today's the last day, right?
Nah, today's his last day. He's back tomorrow. Only other thing I saw, so news-wise, I wouldn't say only other thing because I'm sure there's a lot of things. Anything you want to talk about? Anything you got extra?
Extra? Nah, just no. Nah,
the only other thing I'd say was that we didn't cover or that was talked about. Project Project 5. You saw that?
No, what's that?
Okay, so you know how there's the Unreal.
I'm being real. I don't know what that is.
Okay, so Unreal, Unreal Engine. So UEFN Fortnite.
Fortnite, right?
Okay, so you know how people are designing. You know how there was the one report that there was a team that was trying to make original like 1.0 Fortnite.
Right. The two guys that were doing, yes, but they ran out of memory or whatever it was.
Yeah. Right? So, and I'll show it here on screen. Project V or 5. So it's now. I don't know if the original tag was. It is. So here it is. So Cypher.
Did I say the next Battle Royale?
Yeah. So Cypher PK. Okay. So here's Cypher. This is Cypher PK's company. Okay. So founder of Oni Studio, or so right here, Superjoy FN. This is his. Build epic maps and brands for creators in Fortnite Creative. Join us for creating unforgettable experiences. So Cypher PK, Courage, Nick Works, Ninja, Tim, and obviously the studio. Next Battle Royale will be built by the players, coming in 2024. So they're working on a new Battle Royale in the Unreal Engine Fortnite.
In the Fortnite Unreal Engine, yeah.
Creative space, yes.
Yeah, however you want to say it.
Yeah. Okay. So Cypher did a Q&A. This was kind of interesting. Here, right here. Not sure how the UEFN works, but how different from Fortnite can it get if it's still a creative map inside of Fortnite? Right now, UEFN, you can't change the mechanics that much. However, by 2024, UEFN should have a lot more features to make something that doesn't feel like Fortnite. So this is like the Roblox thing. Like, you know what I mean? This is like you see what people are doing in like Roblox.
The Fortnite creative mode and creating a game off of it.
Yeah, so it's like they're not
isn't that how PUBG came about and all this other stuff?
Well, PUBG, so PUBG was a forked version. The guy that made PUBG also made a mod. So how PUBG started was he made a mod for Arma. It was an Arma 3 mod, and then it got converted, and then he was like, I can make a game out of this, and then you have Battle Royale. So like that.
That's how Battle Royale came about.
Player Unknown was his name, basically. It was an Arma. Arma mod that then he said, I can make a game out of this, and then boom, then you have Players Unknown Battlegrounds. Mind you, with the
I'm
other
all,
idea, and mind
I'm
you,
all for it.
H1Z1 was still doing, so you know what I mean? So it's like, but now it's like, now we're getting to the point now, it's like, okay, well, you got, this guy over here, you got Doc that's working on an NFT, battle extraction shooter kind of thing. These guys aren't doing extraction shooter. They're like, nah, we want a battle royale, but we want to, some of us play Apex, some of us still play Fortnite, some of us are all over the place, play Valorant. It's like, but hey, let's do something together. They're coming at it from the content brain side of things, and also like, why
Which is
can we make a
different,
game?
and I believe that's something that needs to happen in the gaming space, anyways. Innovative shit, like
Yeah.
I like that. Like you're using what the tools you already have, rather than going out and buying and making a whole brand new studio and wasting billions and getting loans on that shit.
Use the tools available if they could.
Succeeds,
Uh-huh.
and partner up with fucking Epic, because obviously they're
Well, if they let them, well, that's another thing too, because it's kind of like, how does that work exactly? If, like, if being able to play it and execution, and do I need to download Fortnite in order to be able to play it? Which technically, in order to have access to these tools, you need to also have Fortnite installed, because you're technically doing it like within the Fortnite engine and stuff. So it's kind of weird. Somebody else asked here, is it a first person or third person? Cypher goes, huge question that we have to tackle internally. UEFN will eventually. So like, and you know what's crazy? Like how he's answering some of these questions. It's almost like Epic told him, like, oh hey, like, see these tool set. It's like when companies talk about like Unity 2021 and like the old Unity engine. It's like, when Epic goes out and says like, hey, we're adding X thing to this tool set by this time. So he's like, hey, by 2024, we'll be able to like.
He had that paper that's telling him, the talking points.
Yeah.
And he's just saying, okay, it's saying in 2024 we'll have these tools, so now let me say that.
Exactly. So here, every big battle royale to date has had its own unique mechanic that makes the game its own and gives it some sort of identity. Best example of this, building in Fortnite. Will Project 5 have the same one mechanic that's unique and adds a different aspect of skill to the game aside from gunplay? He goes, we're hoping to have more than one unique mechanic that hasn't been seen yet in battle royales to really stand out. But it's like, I don't know what that mechanic is.
I mean, but you gotta have real creative minds for that. But yeah, that's a great question, because obviously that space is so, it's flooded with different battle royales, but you have your usual suspects on top, your Fortnite, your Warzones, and your Apexes, your PUBGs, like those are in that space. But each of those games I've mentioned has their own take to it, like their own twist.
Exactly.
What is yours? Yeah.
Are there any concerns of Epic taking it down if it becomes bigger than normal BR zero build? He goes, I'm sure Epic would be happy if somehow that happened. It's living on their platform and built on their engine. Basically,
right.
meaning,
like you said, you still got to enter
their
Fortnite
ecosystem in order to access it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and if there's any microtransactions, they're cut right there. We'll take this, you'll take that, if any. But I mean, why would they? I mean, why would they say no? Don't do this. And
yeah, because it still would essentially try to generate more money for them and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, that's so I thought that was interesting. That I saw that this week as well too. And then other than that, I think it's a lot of just anticipation for games coming. It's a big week in gaming.
Big week in gaming
for us Game Pass people. You know what I mean?
I cannot fucking wait for Tuesday. I hate they went global launch, man. And it's literally 1:00 a.m. Eastern time, not 12. 1:00. I'm like, wow, they're just delaying it by an hour too. They're not gonna let me travel and delaying it by an hour.
Let me just make sure it doesn't work right now. Hold on. It says play.
Oh, I'd always say play. Then I should be like, oh, excuse me, but you're too early, buddy.
I'm clicking it. All right, just making sure.
You're too early, buddy.
No early access?
We understand you want to play this game.
Oh, here's another thing. Install size 103 gigabytes?
Mm-hmm.
For what?
I think for console, I think I saw it was like 77 mine.
For what?
Mm-hmm.
Explain it to me.
We're about to find out.
I guess we're about to find the fuck out.
Yours is bigger than
complaining.
Pause.
I feel like I'm complaining about every fucking game file size.
Complaining. I'll take that shit all day versus what I see all day, every day. But your file is bigger on PC because the 60.
Yeah, I guess.
I can only assume, because mine is 77, so that's what, 30 gigs difference or 40 gigs difference from me to you.
Yeah, like 30 some odd, 20 some odd. It's still that's a lot of textures. The fuck? You got
And
20
I'll repeat the co-op part of it for those who are like, oh man, I wish the progression would stick with me when I go to my game. And
Oh
I don't like
yeah. Two
I'll
characters.
repeat this. It's a workaround. It sucks.
2 characters.
However, what I do for that is I'll have one save file for me and Logic and whoever plays it like co-op.
Yep.
And I have another save file for a single player. It's
so
basically
I'm at. Oh, actually, no. Are we playing Monday night? Because I don't gotta be working until like fucking 1 o'clock the next day.
Bro,
I think
game will be ready if you down, we down. That's it.
So I think we
are we playing this? You know me. I ain't got no life. I already kind of doubled down on that shit early in the pod.
So look forward to our 30 FPS review of Redfall on next week's podcast. I have to. Fucking people. But yeah, that's literally what we got. That's the week, man.
That's the week. Episode 84. We have covered things we love and things that the community's been talking about, which is Division Heartland, early preview of Star Wars. We'll be talking about that more because Logic has to progress, and I'm progressing as well. So we'll probably by next week, hopefully I know we're going to be further on in the game. I don't know about ending it because there's a lot I want to do in that game before I end it. I might end it. Who knows?
We'll see.
And then we spoke about the Microsoft ABK a little bit there. We covered that a little bit, and then we did the end more part with Redfall and Armored Core and those games. But yeah, what do you have any lead in for next week?
Redfall.
That's so easy, right?
I'm literally just like, if you ask me right now, like gun to the head, or 30 or 60 frames to the head. Yeah, Redfall.
Yep. So our lead in next week will be Redfall. It is popping up in our Game Pass.
And guess what? And just be prepared to actually see 60 FPS gameplay from me because I'll be recording in 60.
Correct. I was really tempted. I think I have it downloaded on my console, but I think I want to do.
So let me ask you: did you download on P? Or you might try?
I have it downloaded on both, but I don't know what I want to play.
It's Xbox cross-platform, right? No, is it cross?
No, it's
cross-progression, right?
It should say it right here. Yeah, Xbox cross.
Yeah, Xbox Play. It's Play Anywhere. Xbox Play Anywhere.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're good.
Yep.
Yeah. So, depending on how the console version plays,
you can still use the controller, bro. Like,
of course. That's the only way I play keyboard mouse. Hell no.
Yeah, man.
Perfect timing. The food has arrived.
Let's
no more
go.
Doritos. But yeah, man, from the pod that brings you live every Sundays at 4 p.m.
Not
live.
every Sunday, but Sundays.
30 frames per second because you guys enjoy it.
No, we're at 60. We're at 60.
Right, because we're on PC. So 60.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming out.
Yeah.
Episode 84. We're going on to 85. Hopefully next week we have an episode, Logic, because I have no life.
Don't say it like that.
I mean, I say proudly. I don't say it like in a negative way. I say real proud. Like that. I don't have to go to work is a beauty.
So yeah, man. We should be good to go next week. I don't see why not. Yeah, we should be good to go for the next couple of weeks because, like I said, you boys got off on weekends now, so.
Oh, he growing up. Okay, he growing up in the corporate
we got
world.
we got the business hours now.
Got the business out, banking out. Well, we can't even say that no more.
Banking would be weird as fuck.
It'd be weird now. Banking hours and shit. Yeah, because my money works all day, not just on the weekdays. So.
Yo, why did I think when you said that the fucking my money don't jiggle?
It wiggles. Wait.
It falls.
It folds. Yeah.
It folds.
My money don't. Well, actually, my money don't jiggle or fold. My money just slides. It's in the card. It's like, we're done. Not even. My money scans. Apple Pay.
Yo, if Microsoft started a financial institution, would you like you know what I mean? Like if they had like their own like banking and like credit card services, like
yesterday. Yesterday.
Yeah. I'm just
done.
Sure. Yeah.
Sign me up.
Right. That's what I mean.
That's it. Done.
Yep. Same.
Here's my socials. I'm good.
Yeah. Everything. Right. Just like. Everything.
Here's my wallet. Throwing it at my screen right now.
Literally everything.
When?
Yeah. When? Yeah. Microsoft Financial Institution. When?
When? Question mark.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for showing up, man. Every single week, I appreciate it, and hanging around, sticking around, and listening to our talks and discussions, and sometimes rants. Even though they're really good rants, they're not the type that we don't go off the rails. I hope we don't.
I don't think.
But you guys will give us that feedback, and there's no what you want to hear, what you don't want to hear, and if you enjoy what you enjoy. If you're new to the podcast, whether you're watching it on VOD or you watched it live or you watch it on your traditional listening ways of Spotify, Apple, or Google, or whatever listening platform you do. Thank you guys for listening to us. Please subscribe to the channel. Help us grow. We're officially not a 500 sub channel anymore, but that's okay because that just tells me more quality, less quantity. That's what we live on. So thank you guys for showing up. We'll see you guys again next week. Until then, Logic.
Oh, you want me to say it? I'll say it this week. Happy fucking gaming, everybody.
Happy fucking gaming, everybody. Have a good Sunday.
Later.